What's up, Mr. Lopez Chupa? What's going on, man? Let me get my boy. Nah, man, it ain't that serious, Jerry. I know you're watching right now. It's all good, homie. Don't make it any better. It's 1,000 fucking degrees right now. What's up, Spider? Big Josh, man. You know what's up? Oh yeah, that'd probably be a good idea to send you the link, huh? There you go, my boy. What's up, Rudy Castro and Silhouette San Fran 415er? Dan, what's up, man? Jesse Baca, Big Goya, what's up, homie? Big June, Mario Rosa, LA, Chrysler Technician, no face, no case. There he is, man of the hour.
What up? What up? What up?
What's up, man?
I was listening to this One Girl Lazy Love 59 on Instagram. She has some bad oldies.
You gotta turn it down though.
Hey, because they have this one. What now? It's on my forehead. I was drunk.
What is it? Oh, what now?
Yeah, like Gene Chandler.
That's the shit, bro.
Yeah, Gene Chandler. I was drunk and I told the homeboy, "Hey, put that on my forehead." That was back in. Man. That was back in '90, I think. Because that's what got me interested in this this thing right here. I was just like, "What the hell?" Yeah, I was sitting here waiting for you. I was like, "Oh, I might as well play this sticking oldies."
Yeah, no, man, my bad. I had to. These dogs were fucking acting up. I had to get on them, man.
Domestic violence.
It's a little Gizmo, man. Gizmo be fucking up, bro.
Yeah.
What's up, Damien? Martin,
what's up, Goyle?
Salty sausage.
Yeah, I was talking with Goyle the other day, Father's Day. Cut it up with him a little bit. He's a cool cat. Yeah, he's a cool cat.
Who is that?
Goyle.
Oh yeah, Goyle. Goyle's like a big old gentle giant, man.
He's cool. Yeah, he's cool. What up? What up? Frisco.
So you feeling better now, huh?
Yeah, a lot better, man. I got to sleep in today. I was like, good. I slept in. Yeah, I made some beans and rice and buñuelos. I got food.
Oh yeah. Beans and rice always make a Mexican feel better, man. What's up, Raider Nation?
Put some beans for tomorrow morning with some eggs.
Yeah.
Some buñuelos. Hell yeah.
What about you like those what are they called, man? Chicle or some shit.
What is it?
I probably ain't even saying it right, man. Chicle It's a fucking it's scrambled eggs, but you fry the tortillas. What's it called?
You got me all messed up right now.
You rip up the corn tortillas and you fry them, motherfuckers.
Yeah. I got it at the tip of my tongue. Chilaquiles.
Shout out to General Lencho's gaping arse.
Is it chilaquiles?
Chilaquiles? Yeah, chilaquiles, yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, you messed up. You're like, A1A says chilaquiles. Yeah, salty sausage. Yeah, everybody's saying chilaquiles. You got the whole
migas.
You got everybody saying chilaquiles.
Chicle.
Yeah, I posted a portrait that I just did. Did you see about it?
No. Where'd you post it?
On Instagram.
Oh, let me see, man.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's 18 by 24.
How long did it take you to do that?
No, this one took me a little while because all the lines. I didn't use no shaders.
Let me see.
Yeah, I didn't use no shaders, and the whole thing is filled. It's just the whole thing is just one line. No, there's no white on that paper. It's all gray.
Here we go.
The pictures on the there's two pictures. The pictures on the left, and then you just flip it over.
Oh shit! You talking about this one?
Yeah, yeah,
That's just a sketch.
yeah. That was no, that's done. But it was behind glass. That's why you had the glare. But it's dark. It's just glass because it was a matte, right? And then
Yeah,
the matte's like charcoal gray. It looks like light gray right there in that picture. Yeah, because
yeah,
the matte is like charcoal gray itself.
yeah. That
So
motherfucker
it
clean.
looks light gray right there. Yeah,
Damn, boy.
I don't know why it looks light gray, but that's just I guess they took the picture of it. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
they took the picture of it and they did it. What you call it? The glare and the light from the glass. I think that's what messed it up.
Okay, so here's
Yeah,
the
that's a picture.
actual picture.
Yeah, that's the actual picture. Yeah, that's the actual picture of his son. And then he died. Yeah, the dude died. Yeah, that's him. Yeah,
Okay,
he
and then
died. He died,
here's the
right?
drawing.
Yeah, that's a drawing. Yeah, and he left behind. Yeah, that's his drawing. Yeah, he left behind three daughters, and so I put three little angels on top.
I see that, bro.
Yeah, get you,
Yeah, that's nice, bro.
get you out the little three angels. He loved it because that's huge. That's a huge portrait. It's 18 by 24 frame,
Yeah,
so that fills up a whole stinking wall. Yeah, that fills up a whole wall.
you didn't bring nothing home with you. Like it is.
Nah,
Like,
you know what? I had one when I left Pleasant Valley. It was bad, bro. It was bad. It was an Aztec warrior. She was an Aztec warrior, and she has the shield. And I put the Mexican flag. I mean, not the Mexican flag. The calendar, Aztec calendar, inside her shield. So all that little detail, the Aztec calendar, man, that sucker came out bad, bro. And I did that all lines, but I sold that for dirt cheap because I was R&R and I was going to take it. I was going to ship it out, but I didn't have money on my books, right? Because I depleted all my money. So when I transferred over there, it's just like, man, they wouldn't let me send it. So I went to the yard and said, man, give me $100 right now.
couple sopas and a shot of Warichi.
Yeah. So I just said, I said, give me $100 right now. You can take it. I left. I just did a spread that night. I sent all the rest of the canteen to homeboy Jojo from Stockton. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have been texting me. They know a lot of people I know, bro. It's just like, on my Instagram.
Small world, huh?
Small world, man. It's just like they've been bringing up all kinds of stuff. I was like, yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's a trip. It's a trip how everybody's tied into like social media. It makes the world fucking so much smaller, bro.
Yeah,
it really does, man.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that know me, and it's just like I was like, man, a lot of people know. I mean, they like say Kid Frost or whatever. They were there, or they had
Dylan's at that event you were talking about.
At that event.
What'd you do, man?
No, because Kid Frost was walking with his entourage. And Kid Frost ain't no gangster. Come on, he ain't about nothing, you know. But they were all wearing LA hats, you know. And at that time, I was gangbanging. So we were going through the car show, and then the homeboy told, hey, look at these guys, man. They're flagging they have LA hats. I was like, not in our hood, bro. I went up to Kid Frost and I said, hey, man, you guys got to take off that LA hat. And they were like, nah, this is our crew. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Take it off. You ain't disrespecting us, not in our hood. So they took it off, right? And I said, here's your red paño. You know, so he put the red paño, he had it around the thing, and he went up on stage and he goes, this is for the North Day. He gave us props. Kid Frost did give us props. You know, it's just like, I didn't punk him. I just told him he wasn't going to wear no hat. You know, he wasn't no gangster. Come on, he wasn't, you know, I was just in that mode back then.
Yeah, man. You know, it's crazy, but I heard about that though.
Yeah.
Way back when that happened, I heard an incident had happened where you got ran out of San Jose, man.
Yeah, a guy in the wheelchair.
Obviously, you guys didn't run him up out of there. Somebody put 2 on the 10, man.
Yeah, we didn't run him up out of there. No, he gave his props on stage. You know, he said this for the North End. instead of saying this is for the last side, he said this is for the north end.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like he gave the north props, you know. But he did respect us by taking off the LA hat. You know, and it wouldn't be right for us to go down to LA and have, you know, a red SJ hat on, you know,
Yeah,
or a
hell
red
no, man.
SF hat on.
Neil Tazad said we got to check in with him, man.
Yeah, I'll check in with him. Where's his address?
Yeah, man.
He ain't getting no problem checking in with him.
That's why Toker didn't like Frost for that incident. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Just
Oh,
like
Toker, man.
a lot of people didn't like Frost after that. You know, a lot of people from down there. You know,
Yeah.
Brownside.
Mhm.
Yeah, they didn't like him after that because
Yeah,
everybody
that
heard
cat
about
was
the
a cool
incident.
cat. You knew who Toker was, huh?
Yeah, Brownside.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah, man. They got him out there on the other side of the border, man.
Oh, did they?
Bad.
Yeah, because everybody heard about that incident, and they're just trying
Cool
to figure
cat.
out.
Yeah.
Toker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he didn't want to mess with none of them rappers down there.
Yeah.
He called them all
Herb
like lighter shade of brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, he called them all out. Yeah, Brown said they were with Death Row Records, weren't they?
Yeah, for a minute, Toker, he's the one that kind of got all them on with Death Row,
Yeah,
with through Easy.
yeah.
How you doing, Beatrice?
He said, "How was it when you were on the run in Compton?" It was tore up, man. I mean, it wasn't tore up because they had like lowriders for sale in the car lots. Because my co-defendant, we went down to his uncle's house or his cousins or something like that, and we were staying right there. And then he goes, "Come with us to go sell a car to the car lot, right?" So we were kicked back, and we were on Crenshaw, I think. Crenshaw, and they had lowriders up on this. They had a bad 64 on the ramp selling it. I said, "Man, I want to buy that sucker." But it was cool. It was all right. It's what's my
Harry Salazar 6976. There's his Instagram right there. Gustero.
Okay, I see it. Did you miss anything? I don't know what you're talking about.
I doubt that salty sausage half dead. He wasn't half dead. He's cool homie, but he wasn't really in the mix like that, bro. Or
I heard the name half dead, but I didn't.
Yeah, that's a name that you're always gonna remember. But
hey, you know Big Tone,
from where
the rapper, yeah, Anya.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to his podcast. Well, it wasn't a podcast; it was an interview he gave, and it was a good ass interview, bro, because he was saying about how he was before, how he brought that gang culture in his music, right? Yeah. And then he said, I no longer want to do that, bring a gang culture inside my music. I just want to play straight up music. And then he goes, everybody asks me, how come I don't bring that gang culture back into my music? He said, because I'm mature now. I don't want to play that kid stuff. I'm mature. He goes, right. He goes, that anybody that does it, that's on them. But he goes, I'm mature and I want to help people out. I want to see our culture, our race do better things, prosper. And he goes, man, I want to get in all kinds of stuff, cannabis, anything just to come up, He goes, I'm straight business about mine. And then he goes, if a kid came up and said, and told me, man, I got a life sentence behind your music, right? I would tell him, hey, listen, man. He goes, that would make me feel tore up. He goes, today. Before, back in the day, if somebody came up to me and said that, he goes, all right. He goes, I'd be proud of it because it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing as today. I don't want to be known as that. I don't want to be known as a guy that ruined somebody else's life. I want to be known as a guy that leads somebody in the right direction. I was tripping on this dude, man. I was like, damn, he makes a lot of sense, because it's just like for instance, us. right? If a dude got a life sentence behind following me, I would feel tore up today.
Yeah.
But if I was still
Yeah.
in the game, I would feel like, oh, right on, bro. Hey, right
Yeah.
on. Let's do this. Let's do
Right.
this together. But today I don't do that, bro. It's just like I'd feel tore up. Today I want to help people prosper like he does. Help people,
Right.
businesses. Cannabis club. There's all kinds of money in cannabis.
Hell
Right
yeah.
now.
You're
It's
looking out
it's
Rob Pickens.
the people that used to downgrade and put money towards defeating the purpose. Now they're putting money in cannabis.
Right.
Just to make bank, real estate, everything like that, man. Just like our people need to prosper, our people need to grow instead of being stuck in that prison mentality.
Yeah.
Instead of being stuck in that, oh, I want to hear this, I want to hear that. Sure, it's interesting, but come on, man, we got to prosper as a people.
Yeah. He's got
I
good
like,
business acumen.
yeah, I like to
Big
see.
Tone.
Yeah, he does, man. He's a good dude. I was watching him. I was like, man, I used to listen to his music and say, man, this dude just pushing out that north there, right? But now,
Yeah.
man, he's a good dude, man. He's like,
Yeah, but like you said,
yeah,
he's growing up, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You're looking out Palmetto.
yeah. He's
Yeah,
growing
he's
up.
growing up, man.
Yeah, you don't want to be stuck in that realm where you know, uh, 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 people picking up life sentences. Because it's our people. Yeah, man. How many people have picked up life sentences or died? Behind the cause or behind, just doing stupid shit. I know a lot of people. A lot of my homeboys died. Just like, and a lot of my homeboys got life sentences.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's not cool, man. It's not cool no more. We got to raise our people up.
Yeah, most definitely, man.
There was
Yeah,
a
he's
there was a no
huh?
no go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say he used to be with Davina. They were together for a while. I don't know if you know her or not. She used to sing a lot of his hooks, bro.
Oh yeah, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. He has that big old Mongolia in the back of his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still
Mm-hmm.
has it. Remind me of Angel.
Which angel?
Angel from
Oh,
David City.
Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned him. I think it was last night in a live I did. They ran into him in what they say, SPV, Salinas SV. I think it was Salinas Valley, bro.
Yeah.
He's got a release date of fucking 2037. Damn, boy, he's gonna be fucking old. He's got to be about my age right now. So
Yeah, he's
he's
gonna
gonna
be
be an
old as hell.
old man.
Yeah. Walking with a cane and shit. I was
Mm-hmm.
looking at some I think it's TikTok the other day. I was looking at some old man in a wheelchair and he was just kicking back and the dude had a cell phone. He goes, man, this is not what I want to be. Old, just staring at the wall, thinking in my thoughts. I was like,
Yeah.
man, and that sounds so familiar because I remember being in the cell and kicking back and just I'm in my own thoughts. Just like, man, I'm thinking about the past, the memories, and I'm thinking
Mm-hmm.
about what's my future going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, damn.
Were you there? Were you there when that happened?
Yeah, on
When
treetop.
my boy Sleepy hit Treetop.
Yeah, he hit him. Well, the thing is there's 4 yards on that basketball court, and treetop he hit. He was. I thought he was active. I thought he was still active. I wasn't told anything, because I just was told to take the pedazo out to the yard. So I did everything like that, and then I handed it over, and then next thing I thought he was going to hit Chuco from Stockton, because Chuco he wasn't out. He was just there. But I thought Treetop was a NF leader, so we were all in the yard, and then that's when sleepers hit him. Sleepy hit him. It's not sleepers. Sleepy hit him, and he booked him in his neck, bro. No, he booked him in his chest. He booked him in his chest, and
Yeah, that's what I heard. Dropped
yeah,
him.
he dropped him. The first hit got him right in his chest, and he dropped. And then Chuco, that's who he hit in the neck.
Figures.
Yeah, he hit him in the neck, and then he ran to the toilet and broke it off and flushed it down the toilet. It's just like, man, and all I hear was sneaking gun. I mean, sneaking.
You're looking out big figures.
That mini
Hey
14.
man, he must have had a nasty pedazo too, boy.
Yeah, it was pretty good size, but it was just like it was about this. It was made out of the bunk. It was about this big,
Oh
but it
yeah,
had the
that'd
handle.
do it.
It
Yeah,
had the
anytime
handle.
you make a pedazo out of the bunk,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, he got him good. Got him right in his chest. You
yeah.
know, we thought he was going to die because when we went back, we went back to W Wing and they put us. They put me in sleepers. I mean, sleepy in D&D. And D&D is okay. W Wing has your tier, right? And then you come out and then you go down and there's 4 cells at the end of W Wing. So they shut the door, right? So nobody can see in there. And when you go in there, there's no mattresses. It's all dark, stinking cockroaches, mice, everything. And they flush your toilet every 2 days. So we go in there and they just put you in there that's when you mess up in the hole. So we were there for like 4 days, 5 days. But it sucked over there. The cockroaches they want to steal your food. When your food comes, they put up their fists like this is my food. The cockroaches are on it. Yeah, but it's a trip, man. Thinking back to them days, it's like, man, ain't nobody want to be back here. I don't think nobody can hang back there. They're sticking no mattress, hard ass sheet.
Yeah.
You couldn't even see daylight. It was tore up. Yeah.
Hey Miguel, I know, man. Trust me, homie. I caught that, bro. Yeah, I'm glad you tapped in, though, bro. But I caught that, man. That's why I was looking for a way to kind of break that all up, man. You know, turns into a circus, man. But it's all good. You don't know where Sleepy's at now?
No, man. See, he went to the Hatchby after that, and he got sneaking manipulated by he was Granada, and well, he was a dropout. So
I thought he hit Cuete.
Who?
Sleepy.
Yeah, he did.
He hit Cuete Rubalcaba, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Because they told him to hit Chino.
Yeah, no, he hit the dropout told him to hit Cuete, and he did, and that's what put Sleepy in the hat.
He did hit.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
He actually hit him, huh?
Yeah, into Hatchby. Because they see back then the Hatchby and Folsom was the shoes.
All right, Toko.
Yeah. This was 80 the end of 87, I think. Yeah, the end of 87. When did I catch my case? I was supposed to go home November 28th. I caught my case the 27th. Somewhere around there. Or yeah, I caught my case 27th. So I went to the hole right there at the end of 87. And then I didn't get out till 88. August?
Man, they played my boy out of pocket like that, huh?
Yeah, they played him out of pocket, man. He was a good dude. He hit anybody in sight. You just tell him to hit, but he wasn't schooled well enough. He didn't go through his chain of command. I think he just got hit happy. You know, once you put a knife on his hands, he's off the hook.
We were wreaking havoc on the streets, homie.
Because I seen him hit this dude that put Conejo in a wheelchair and Tracy paralyzed Conejo.
Rios?
Right? No, Larez. He died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was paralyzed. But the dude that hit him, you know Kiki Rivera?
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
Kiki, San Jose.
Yeah, it was me, Kiki, Sleepy. I forget who the other ones were. Oh, Casper.
Not Fredrickson.
No, Casper or
you talking about
Peter Ortega.
The brother, the one
Peter
that's got
Norteño. Yeah, Norteño.
Got Norteño on his lip.
Yeah. So, Sleepy was going to Tracy the next day, so they told Sleepy, "Hey, go hit him." So he said, "All right, I'll do it." Well, we were downstairs, and I already knew what was happening, so I'm getting my pills, and I'm sitting in the pill line waiting for my pills, and then I hear the alarm go off. I was like, "Oh shit, it's already done." So they took forever, and I was like, "Damn, medical emergency. They just bring him down unless he killed the motherfucker." And I go, "That's the only way I could think." Well, they brought him down in the elevator, and that pedazo was still stuck in them like this. It was this big. Yeah, no, the dude that hit Conejo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the dude that hit Conejo. The sheet was like this. It went up like a tent and like that. I was like, damn. Sleepy said when he hit him, he punched it in him, and then went to take it out, and it wouldn't come out. He said, man, I was trying to take it out, and it wouldn't come out, so I just left, took off. He went to Tracy. And when he went to Tracy, he thought they were good. They were going to move on him because they put him in the gym, and he was like, "Damn, they're going to move on me." He was trying to play that Puerto Rican role, and then all of a sudden, here comes the squad. They gaffled him up and sent him back to Vacaville, and that's when he was my neighbor. Yeah, he's just like, he was a fool, bro. He was a fool, stone cold fool. Yeah, he was. Yeah. He was only 21 years old. Yeah, that's what I can't get over, because 22, 87. Yeah, he was a little bit older than me.
87?
No? Yeah, he was a little bit older than me, because I was 20. He was like 21, 22. Yeah, he wasn't that older than me, that much older.
Yeah, he was so 87, he was 21, 22.
Yeah.
So he wasn't that I thought he was like because when I used to kick it with him, bro. So if it was 87, I was 17, man.
Yeah.
He's 21, so he's only like 4 or 5 years older than me.
Yeah, he's young. He was young, because we were all young back then. You know, nobody really had any kind of life sense. They would come in, and the most I've seen anybody down at that time was like 10 years.
OG, triple OG.
My celly was his name was what was his name? Dickie. He was a white dude. He had an A number.
I was gonna say, I know Dickie, man.
Yeah, he had an A number. Old ass fool. He was down since 67. Yeah, he was down since 67. He was an old ass dude. And and back then it was like 20 years. So from 67 to 87, it was just like 20 years. You hardly found lifers over 20 years back then. The most 10, maybe 9.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I'd like to get in touch with that fool, man.
Which one?
Sleepy.
Oh, Sleepy? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know where he's at, man. It's just like he just I lost contact with him after 87. That's how I found out he was good.
So I heard a different story than somebody was fucking I caught a bad wire then, man, because I was always told that he was told to hit Chino. I think Chino from Stockton, and they were cellies.
Yeah.
And instead of he went back to the cell and he told Chino, he was like, "I'm not gonna fucking hit you, bro." You know what I mean? So they went back and hit Cuete, man. But somebody got some of it right. It was Cuete.
Yeah, because me and you both weren't there. I heard something different. You heard something different. There's always 5 sides of the story unless you're there. And then there's 10 sides of the story. It's just like right. Yeah, but the way it went down was, that's why I saw. I mean, I heard that got reported back to us that he was no good, and that was from Chino, your homeboy Chino, Thomas Gomez.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he's the one that reported it to me. He's the one that hit little pups.
Puerto Rican pups.
Yeah. Alavencia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I told you last time I seen him up in the Bay.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah, he was. I saw him first when I was in Vacaville in '86. Oh, that's what I had to talk to you about. You know where the mods are? I mean, we were talking about the county jail. Okay, when I first went in there, I don't know if you came in after, but I was in M1, M2, and M1 and M2 was by the visiting room down there. When you go to the visiting room in the old jail, you know how you get off the elevator and make that left.
Yeah.
And you go into the visiting room. Well, you make a right. No, you go straight. I think straight out of the elevator, and there was medical right there. There was 2 medicals, because that's right. No, you go past visiting, and there was a door in back of you on visiting that used to be the old psych unit, and then you go straight, and that's where you see the 2 M2 and M1, and that was for medical. So I was housed there in '85. So that's where I was. My case was I fought my case real quick, like 2 months, 3 months, and then they sent me out. But it's just like, it's a trip, because M1 and M2, I remember that. I was like, that was a long time ago, because I was trying to figure out hey, where was I housed at back then? And I was like, oh, okay, I was housed in M1 and M2. A lot of people that were in Old County, they know about that.
I've been all over that fucking jail, man. But all the max tiers, 10 years, man. Damn near all the observation cells, South Max, North Max, Little Max, Area 51, East Max, Second East.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't even been that. I mean, that close to any of that. The only one I went to is North Max, South Max, and the Mid one.
Yeah.
Somebody, did I know Danny Escobar, Big Happy from Antigua? Yeah, he killed his mother-in-law, Jason Newberry.
He killed his who?
His mother-in-law.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, he killed his mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law.
Yeah, he was on one, bro, and he took her out. That's probably what he wants to tell me.
You know Casper, the other Casper Fredrickson?
Yeah, Mike Fredrickson. Yeah, Mike Fredrickson.
Kind of big dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike Fredrickson.
We hit him in the Bay.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Well, I didn't, but I was there when we got the green light, but it was behind him supposedly taking advantage of a youngster in the county jail. And
is that right?
They followed him up there to the Bay. But Stork, you know Eugene Curley, Smiley from Oakland?
No.
He had a habit of he had a history of getting his wires mixed up, man. So they had it worked out between him and Stork, where Stork was going to yell over and tell him when to go ahead and have Rudy from Visa hit Casper in the cell. And I guess Stork yelled over there to Smiley for something else. It didn't have nothing to do with that. And he interpreted it as the green light.
Yeah.
So he told him, and Rudy almost killed him in the cell, bro.
Did he?
He hit him bad. Yeah. Diablo from Tracy was he's the one that cut that pedazo out the wall, bro. Big ass fucking nasty pedazo.
Out the wall?
Out the wall in the Bay?
Yeah.
Yeah, he cut it out the fucking wall, bro.
So it was sticking cement?
No. It was the wall. You know the wall where the TV goes through?
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was that wall right there.
Yeah, still.
I don't know how he did it, man, but yeah, and then Smiley ended up locking it up because that was his second time jumping the gun or getting his wires crossed up.
That was Smiley from Oakland, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know him. Yeah, I don't know who he is. Because I was looking at your past talks about San Francisco, about NF members, your question that. And I was looking at that, and you're saying about a lot of, if any NF members were from Sunflower. And I was just like, that was mostly M-Man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew a lot of M-Man that came out of Sunflower.
Yeah, Mike Eisen, Joey Nava, Danny Bruno.
Sloppy or Sleepy.
Sleepy Escalate.
Yeah, he had AIDS. I think he had AIDS.
Glenn Escalate?
Yeah, he was
big dude.
Yeah, he had AIDS because when AIDS barely came out. In fact, I was in Vacaville because I was in. I think they were J-Wing. No, L. It was LJ. No, they were in L-Wing at that time, and they were just they just had a one hallway because nobody knew what it was. Nobody knew what AIDS was. This was 80. So, but everybody knew it was a death sentence. But man, you should have seen them fools coming to the door and stuff like that. Man, it was sad, bro. It was sad because they were going to die, and there was all kinds of.
I didn't know he had AIDS.
Yeah, he was back there.
Sleepy or Glenn?
I want to say Sleepy.
Sleepy's the one that had life, and I heard he was a fool. Glenn.
Yeah,
Glenn was a big dude.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
I got him up with that dude on the 7th floor in the county jail, man. That's a big motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
He big ass dude.
Yeah, because he had a life sentence.
He ended up getting a life sentence. Yeah, I ain't seen too many Mexicans.
Yeah.
Miguel Garza
Toro.
from Decoto. Toro was big dude like him, man.
Damn. I'd hate to fight Toro. That was a big ass dude.
Yeah.
You hit him a couple of times. He just look at you like, what the hell?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Glenn was all for it. Either I was gonna rush him or he was gonna rush me because as soon as I came on the tier, he was like, you know what time it is, bro. It's all good. You know what I mean?
hell yeah. You're supposed to say that
All
because
good, man.
there's a lot of dudes from like I said, there was a lot of dudes from the EME in Frisco and Sacramento,
Yeah.
and just like there was a lot of NF over in Southern California.
David Eaton, yeah. David Eaton was another one.
David Eaton.
Yeah, David Eaton.
Yeah, yeah. David. Who's David Eaton? He's EME.
Yeah, he's from out of the city.
Oh, is he?
Yep.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Because I used to.
I think he passed away though.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Roach used to school me on that. Roach used to tell me, man, there's a lot of ML over here. I was like, serious? He goes, yeah. He goes, on the undercovers.
He embraced them all, man.
No, he did.
Roach was
Yeah.
like, he was like, when I was a kid, man, I used to look up to Louis.
Yeah.
You know, him and his brother Eddie, man, they were a little older than me. But that's what I used to trip on. A lot of the homies out of Frisco, man, they would they embraced cats like Glenn Escalette, Acha, and David Eaton, and some of them
Yeah.
other cats on the streets. They didn't trip. It was like whatever happens in prison stays in prison. They used to run around with them. I never could understand that, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a no. That's a no. That's what happened to when I got the wires crossed with Skip. You know, just like and that was Louis' fault. I had the wires crossed, and they said that he was no good, and man, he was good all the time.
Yeah, BMF Ranger.
That's why you have to do your homework, huh?
Sleepy, the one we were talking about, he's like my I refer to him in my book as like my criminal mentor. He basically laced me up when I was a kid, man. He was probably one of the craziest. You know what I
mean? John Romero.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the craziest dude I ran into back then.
Yeah, he's a straight killer, man. We did some crazy shit out there, bro.
Yeah, that was a straight up fool. Like as far as a gangster, he was a straight up gangster, you know. And you hardly find killers. I know I've seen killers, you know, and Sleepy was one of them. And but the worst killer I seen was Spunkil. Spunkil was a straight.
Spunkil was he kill you over a fucking pack of cigarettes, man.
Yeah, and you wouldn't even see it coming. Yeah, you wouldn't see it coming. It's just like
remember the paisa he got with the shotgun.
Yeah, he came to my house. Came to my house with the dope sack. He had like 7 bundles of stinking coke.
What's up, Rich?
He goes, hey, bro. He goes, how much will you give me for this? And how much for the bank? I was like, you serious? Where the hell you get this? He goes, man, I just robbed the connection. He goes, I have accidentally killed him because he wouldn't give me he wouldn't show me where the clava was. I was like, what the accidentally? What the hell? He goes, yeah. He goes, fuck him.
Pinky Hernandez.
Pinky Hernandez.
How's the weather?
Good, Pinky.
Where's Jerry from? Jerry's from San Jose. What's up with Wevel? Wevel's yeah, he's still on death row.
Yeah,
he laid it down though, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's what I heard. You know,
he's kind of
but just like but he was on the fence anyway.
He was kind of crazy, man. He's kind of losing his mind, bro.
Is he?
Yeah, I mean, last time I seen him, he always had a big whip, but like that motherfucker covers his whole fucking. I mean, he just looks crazy, bro.
Yeah.
He started growing that shit all wild and shit, man, and didn't used to comb it or you know what I mean. He started things just being on death row, man. It takes a toll on you, man. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing is with the with like Wevel, right? Wevel, he was really, I think he was like forced into everything. You know, he really didn't have that big of like a big, how should I say, a big spark to go do something. you had to force him to go do something, and that's the only thing. It's just like you had to force Huevo to, go do a hit. When they kidnapped him, he was put on, you know, um, freeze for a minute. Like, what are you gonna do, Huevo?
Throw him in the trunk.
Yeah, I remember we went to go do that thing on Chocolate. He wanted to take that car that only went 45 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Somebody had a question too about that, about Chocolate's hit, and they asked me about. They said about what did they say? Oh, how did I do it? Because I was a bro at that time. How did I do it? Well, I already mentioned that we brought Huevo along because he was the carnal, so we brought him along so I could have justification.
Yeah.
Give his details of how Manos passed away. Manos passed away by committed suicide. He was tired. What he did was he got a razor blade, cut all his arteries, stick and put like a band-aid, or not band-aid, or elastic around his pants, around his jacket, buttoned up his jacket, went to the pill line, got his pills, came back and passed out. And he was gone. He slid his arteries all the way up. Instead of going sideways, he wanted to die. Yeah, that's messed up too.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah,
He wasn't bullshitting.
Yeah, he was a good dude. And it's just like, man, being a part of anything, it just wears you out, bro. Like you said, wears you out. It wears you out because you see a lot of strong people, and you can only be so strong, man. It's just like serious. You can't be Mr. Gangster all the way. And I give it to the people that are. Believe me, I give it to them. But you go stir crazy in that cell, bro.
Yeah.
You're in the county for that long. It's just like you go she get completely nuts, bro. It's just like it's not cool. It's not worth it. I wouldn't want to be there for a long period of time. It's not cool, bro. It's not. And these youngsters think it is. You guys think it is, to each his own. I'm not telling you to go stay out or uh, go full fledged. I'm just telling you where my experience. My experience was, I was facing the rest of my life in prison. Ain't nobody want to go through that every day. It's just like, especially when you first start out. When you first start out a life sentence, you're like, I'm done. I'm completely done. There's people still down 30 years and not getting a date. I'm not getting no damn date. Just like, come on, I got 2 first-degree murders.
You're lucky because I mean, consider I know you're blessed, bro, to make it back for one. But what I was gonna say was a lot of the times, man, when you pick up a life sentence like that, um, a lot of times people will give up, bro. You know what I mean? If they got that L, they're like, fuck it, man. Not worried about catching another case, picking up another case, pick up 2 or 3 more cases and pick up more time, another 15 years, another 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Glad that didn't happen to you, bro. But I know a lot of, and then later on, these motherfuckers win their appeal. You know what I'm saying? They end up winning their appeal, but now they bury themselves because they're like, fuck, I got life. I'm gonna fucking make it worth it. I'm gonna make it worth it now.
Yeah, I saw a dude last night. His name was Noel Valdivia, and he was a lifer when I first got busted. We were on the main line together in Vacaville, and I was tripping on him because he was a youngster back then. And he was my age back then. He just barely started out, and he was down since he was 17. He was like 20. He had like 3 years in, but I was tripping on him because he wasn't a killer. He didn't want to be part of no gang. He was Norteño, but it's just like that's all he wanted to be was a sympathizer, right? He didn't want to go no structure. He goes, I'm cool. I'm good with that. He goes, I go to church. I'm not using that as a crutch, but anything you guys need, I'll handle it. So I was always wondering, man, whatever happened to him? He's from Stockton. I was like, whatever happened to this dude, man? I remember him because we both got our D. Well, he got a D number, I had a C number, and he had a D3 number, something like that, D2 number, and so he went to Cuidamas after that. Him and a Hawaiian dude named Joe Block. I remember because Joe Block hit somebody because he thought
Joe Blockhead.
Joe Blockhead, you know, Hawaiian dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, where's he at?
I don't know. I don't know where he's at.
He's a complete. He's a nut.
Straight nut.
Yeah, he's a straight nut. Yeah, he was me, my old lady and his old lady used to drive up together from Psalm.
No shit.
Yeah, and he used to hit that crank, and every time he hit that crank, he used to go searching for his old lady in the locker. Well, he hit somebody up in J3. He thought his old lady was in the cell, so he was like he was all cranked out and he was all paranoid. So he thought his old lady. He went and hit him. I was like, damn, what the hell? But I remember Joe Block. I was like, because I said it, and I go, where's he at? Yeah, but anyway, him and Noel Valdivia took off to Cuidamas. Well, he was still in Cuidamas when I was watching it last night because it was Life After Life on Prime Video.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting there watching it, and I see him, and he still looks the same, right? He had a big old nose and glasses. So I was like, man, that looks like Noe, right? I go, nah, that can't be Noe. And then right there on the bottom it says Noel. I was like, damn, that is him. I go, the dude looks like him. His name is Noel. I know it's him, right? So they're showing him quit and everything like that, and then they show him paroling. He beat it on a pill, and he went to Stockton, his Carnales house, right? He went over there, and he paroled over there. He had his old lady. She was pregnant. He had a kid, and then he had to go back to get found suitable for parole. So he went back and got found suitable, and then he was like, it's done. It's over. But they showed up the credits, said Noel Valdivia, and I was like, damn, I knew it was him. I was like, damn, small world, man. I was like, here I am wondering where in the hell this dude been. All of my time was that I was in prison, and then I come to find out that he got out in 2008 or 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he had like about 30 years in, something like that. No, yeah, about a little bit, about 20 something, 24, 25, something like that.
BMF Ranger, Sandman told me that you were asking about the money that came from the first video that we put on with Jerry, where you guys wanted that money to go to the GoFundMe for the Uvalde kids. The YouTube thing is a month behind, so that money that was that was donated will come out next month. So next month, as soon as it touches down, we're gonna make it happen right here online, so you guys can see that it's actually going on the GoFundMe page, man. So just want to let you guys know, that's what it is. It's a month behind. Anybody that is a creator on YouTube knows that that's how it works. So I just want to give you anybody besides you that donated on that live, man, that all the money from that live is going to the Uvalde kids or the families. Webble drove a Ford Pinto.
Yeah, basically. It was a little.
Maybe I misunderstood on BMF, but it's gonna go there anyway, man. Just to let you know.
Somebody said Mattheo's been down, hustled through the struggle. Says Theo was down since '94, got 33 years.
Yeah,
he got denied parole last October. Got to finish one more class. He sees daylight in 6 months. Yeah, I wish him luck, man. I had to get a trade.
How about now?
Who
said I'm out of focus? I'm blurry or just I'm out of focus over here.
Yeah, you keep on going in and out of focus.
What, to the side or I'm blurry?
No, you seem straight right now.
Salsa. Mr. Boxing Jerry.
Yeah, you're still blurry a little bit. Yeah, you're still blurry a little bit, Box. Yeah, your head's like faded out.
What's up with that, man? Can't be my
shiny.
Wi-Fi.
Your head, yeah, maybe your Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's out of focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't see your double chin.
Let me see. Let's see, man.
AG said, I heard about Jerry and some of those fellows as a kid. Crazy to see her in person. That was just your imagination. Yeah, a lot of people have heard about me. It's just your imagination. Yeah, just like that's a trip because I put a lot of um, like imagination in people. People just thought this dude in a wheelchair putting in work.
Oh yeah, I see it now.
Somebody say looking good, huh?
What's up, Mikey? Tiny
Somebody said
twin.
if I know Jocko, is that James Esparza?
That's the only Jocko I know.
Yeah, it's only
Is
Jocko I
that
know.
talking about who was it? I seen that earlier. Oh, Juan Lozano.
Yeah, I know him. That's Luis Chavez's cousin. Remember I told you I was boxing Conejo from the West Side in a wheelchair?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was boxing him, and Jocko was Conejo's trainer. And that's when I whipped Conejo's ass, and then Jocko came over and said, I'm from the East Side, fuck the West Side. After I put hands on
Yeah. Yeah, man. I ain't gonna touch that one, but I like it quiet and boring over here, boy.
him.
YouTube is crazy, man. What the fuck is going on, man?
YouTube is nuts.
Woo!
Salt Lake
Yeah.
City, Utah. You grew up in Rose Park.
Marcelli told me he had a boot
I
at
don't
the
know
end.
Lester.
This guy said Marcelli told me you had a boot at the end of a stick, and that's how you drove your ride.
Yep. Remember I was telling you, Bucks?
Yeah.
Remember I was
Hell
telling you
yeah,
how
man.
I
I'd have
drove?
a boot at the end of a stick too. Fuck.
Yeah,
That gas,
I drove
man.
that way for years, bro. It's just like because my mom, when I was 16, I was at a car lot right there on San Carlos, and I see
Yeah.
a '66 convertible. And it was high up, had fat tires on it. I was like, hey, how much you want for that? And he goes, $1,000. I said, serious? He goes, yeah. I broke him off a rack, right? And my homeboy drove it home to my pad. And then I'm getting ready, right? I had a set of 560s in the garage, put them on, slapped them in with some hubcaps, slapped them on real quick, and then it had air shock, so I lowered it. It looked clean, bro. So I go, Mom, I'm taking it in my car out. She goes, you're not driving until you get stuff, the hand controls, everything like that. I go, huh? She goes, yeah, you ain't driving. I said, okay. I went in the garage, got a piece of a broom, sawed it off, put a shoe at the end of it, shoved it with socks, taped it up with duct tape, and I was gone, bro. Put my wheelchair in the back. I was gassing the brake. It's just like I was gone, and that's how I drove all the way till I was 50 years old. When I got out, that's the way I was driving for a long time. And my ex was telling me, man, you gotta get legit. You can drive good, but you gotta get legit. I was like, all right. So she bought me some hand controls, and it was just like, man, I was so used to driving with the stick in the shoe.
Yeah, that's
Next time I got one in the garage, a stick in the shoe, I'll bring it out. That's funny. Remember I was telling you about that?
Good looking out, homie.
Remember I was telling you about that? I
I remember.
Yeah.
Shit.
Sally told him I was driving with the stick in the shoe. That's 100% correct. Yeah, cops used to pull me over. They couldn't believe I was in a wheelchair. I was just like, they had me sitting on the curb, and they towed away my wheelchair once. But I'll tell you that story. They had me sitting on the curb. They towed away my car because I didn't have my wheelchair on me. I never carried my wheelchair on me. If I had to go drop off a gram or something, I'd go drop it off and then come back real quick. So I went to, I think I was dropping my niece off at school. I went to drop her off. I was coming back, and I was in my uncle's car, and they pulled me over. And I was like, damn. So they pulled me over, and they said, hey, you got expired tags. I said, yeah, well, so? And because I was smart ass with them. So they said, give me your registration. I said, man, this ain't my car. He goes, you got driver's license? I said, hell no. I go, I'm driving with a stick in the shoe. He said, a stick in the shoe? How the hell you drive with a stick in the shoe? I said, I'm in a wheelchair. They said, where's your wheelchair? I said, it's at my house. And he goes, well, we're going to tow away the car. And I said, and what are you going to do with me? He goes, we're going to put you on the side of the curb and have somebody pick your ass up. I'm like, okay, whatever. They put my ass on the side of the curb, right, and drove off. And they drove off, and like I was heated, bro. About a half hour later, they came back, and they said, you okay? I said, you guys are motherfucking punks.
Yeah.
And then one time, they towed away my wheelchair because I wouldn't tell them who the driver was. They were following us on King Story. We jam up, and we jammed to Junior Rojas's house. He's well known in Salt.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we drive up to the Junior Rojas's house, right? So
Junior Rojas.
Yeah, he's one. He's been.
I know him personally.
Yeah. So we drive up and then to the driveway, and then the homeboy gets out and runs. So the homeboy's in the back, right? And he's on parole. So I'm sitting in the passenger seat. So the cops come and they bust both of us. So we were kicking back, and then they have me in my wheelchair, and they have the homeboy right there. He goes, they asked me if I was on parole. I said, nah, I'm not on parole. I just got off parole. And then they asked the homeboy, hey, you on parole? And he goes, yep. And he goes like, well, he goes, you just got busted with possession. I said, possession of what? He goes, possession of cocaine. He's like, I ain't got no damn cocaine. He goes, now you do. Put him in the back of the cop car, right? And I was like, you guys are fucking punks. And then he goes, what? And I go, you guys are fucking punks. So what he did was he goes, yeah, we got something for you too. I said, fuck you guys. So they put me in the back of the police car, and I was just like, you guys can't do nothing to me. What are you guys locking me up for? Not telling you guys who the driver was? I'm like, fuck you guys. And he goes, nah, we got something good for you. They got my wheelchair. They put it in the back of that trunk, shut the trunk, and towed away the car. I'm like, you guys are fucking punks. They had me crawling around, right, for 3 days at my mom's pad. And my mom was telling me, call the mayor, call everybody. I was like, fuck these guys. As long as I can move around, just give me a chair, couch, whatever, I'll sleep. Go to the bathroom, crawl to the bathroom. I ain't tripping. So the homeboy, I finally got my chair back, right? Well, the homeboy had a morphine hearing like a week later, something like that. And then he goes, come and be my witness. I said, all right, I'll be over there, bro. I go, don't need a trip. He goes, it's such and such day. Be there, Jerry. I said, no problem, bro. So I got this east side done. I had an east side across my neck. So I got that done the day before I went to his morphine. It was still sticking bleeding. So I show up at the morphine. I tell what's his name? The morphine officer. I go, hey, well, the homeboy comes out and he goes, hey, man, hey, Jerry, he goes, what are you doing? He goes, what's this? I was like, don't trip, bro. I got this. Don't trip. So the morphine lady, she asked me, she goes, Mr. Salazar, how do you know that such and such didn't have a possession in his personal property? I go, because we would have did it, ma'am. I'm a dope fiend. I go, we would have did it. And then she goes, and he's like, oh, fuck, I'm through. And she's like, thank you for your honesty. She goes, I could tell that you're telling the truth. She goes, you know what? She goes, thank you for showing up today. She goes, nice tattoo, by the way. And I was laughing. So I got out, and then he called me like about 7 o'clock. He goes, Jerry, whatever the fuck you said at work, come pick me up. Yeah, he got out. Right. Yeah, he got out. It was just like, but I just got the east side done. But they sticking towed away my wheelchair. I couldn't believe it.
That's fucked up. Hey, you know Ronnie Lopez, Puppet?
Ronnie Lopez? No. Wait.
Hey,
from song?
Coach East. Yeah. Homeboy said Coach East is the one that told him he used to have the stick in the shoe.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Rodriguez.
Yeah. Coach Rodriguez. Yeah, that's all true.
Yeah, good looking out, Ezekiel and Sancal 805, man, and J Del 40, man. We appreciate that, man.
Yeah, everybody thought that it was kind of messed up, but I thought it was hilarious. They used to sneak in pulled me out.
Shit, so what happened to the wheelchair? Did you ever get?
Yeah,
Did they
I got
ever
it
get
like
the car out of impound?
no, I got the wheelchair out. It was like 4 days later because it wasn't our car. It was a
Just
homeboys that
went over
ran.
there and told him you had to get something out the trunk.
Yeah, I had to get my wheelchair. He was ordered by the mayor because my
Oh,
mom
okay.
my mom called the mayor of San Jose. Said my son's in a wheelchair. You guys are discriminating. He's not on parole. He's not nothing. Why are you guys towing away his wheelchair and this and that? And they finally gave it back to me. But the homeboy that ran, it was his mom's car or something. But he had a warrant, so he just took off. He took off, jumped the fence, and that's where they were pissed off because we didn't tell him where the driver was. You know, cops were back then. They just didn't care. Yeah, they just didn't care about our feelings. Fuck our feelings, and we didn't care about theirs either. Yeah,
Like Lodi 209. Like I've always said, man. But back in the days, the cause used to be a beautiful thing, man. The cause nowadays, what it represents now, what it's become. No, I don't believe in what it's become now. What it used to be, what I signed up for, I do. I
yeah,
do. You remember those days, Jerry, when it used to be about um when it used to be about something I talked about well, one of my inner demons things, man, back in like 88, 89, my county jail, when I look back on it now, was real unestablished, bro. The homies weren't there was no NA apps, there were no household policies. I didn't see none of that stuff. But
yeah,
it used to be about we used to emphasize that it was each and every one of our responsibility to make sure that no Norteño ever leave the county jail blind, that they didn't go to prison blind. It used to be about looking out for the people, man, and we used to care about what was going on over there in Folsom, what was going on in Tehachapi, what was going on in Quinton. Once that vision was taken to the streets and put more emphasis on the regiments and making money, generating money out there, stop caring about what was happening over there in San Quentin. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Let them deal with that. Everything was all the attention was focused on the streets, man. That's when everything changed, at least in my opinion. But that's what the cause used to be about. It used to be about making sure that homeboys could go to any prison and do their time without being told that we couldn't take our shirts off because we had Norte blasted on us, or that homeboys weren't they weren't taxed, they weren't extorted, or social status of equality, man. That if everybody else got 4 phones, we make sure we get our 4 phones. If they got 8 tables, we're gonna get our 8 tables. They got 2 handball court. You know what I'm saying? That's what it
yeah,
used to be about.
yeah.
But it
That's
changed, man.
I think with my perspective of things, it's just like I represented um, the cause to the extent of what I gave my life for, and I believed in it 100%. And just like I wanted to be, a bro so bad because I believed in that cause. I believed in what it stood for. I believed in everything that it just like everything appealed to me, and I had the heart to do it. And nobody could ever question my heart. No, nobody. And I've never had anybody to this day question my heart. They know I'll get off in a second, but at the same time, it's just like, um, uh, I seen the Cardinals when they came out or whatever because I was around a lot of them, and I think I was around the most Cardinals and a lot of people at one time, and it's just like I seen what they represented. I seen how they carried themselves, and I
Right.
wanted to emulate that. I wanted to be like that, and it wasn't hard to do because all I had to do was put work in, and I seen people that say they were Cardinals, but they didn't have that heart. They didn't have that willingness to put forth what they were saying.
Yeah.
It's just like I had to go do it, and I didn't question anything like that. And I ain't just a straight killer. because I seen killers. You know, I was a killer. I'd do anything they told me to do, but I did it out of just uh, not. I don't know. I wasn't trying to please them. I was trying to gain my respect, and I think once I once I finished whatever I finished on the streets, I think when I hit the county jail, I could go no higher than I was because I was just like, um, I had that status already. I had that status where no NF, no nothing could please me because I already had that. What the structure told me to be. The structure told me to be this person, and emulate myself as this person. I did. I did that to the full. So I was a straight soldier, and it just like, that's hard to do. Like I
Yeah,
mentioned, it's hard to do in a wheelchair, but I believe wholeheartedly in that. And it's just like now, today, it's just a whole lot of um, another trip, another trip. And if people want to go with that, go ahead. Because there's no structure today as there was back then.
right.
Because somebody mentioned in one of the Instagram pages there, they're saying, uh, uh, they had schooling, and I think it was Guidamas or High Desert, I think, and they said they had a bunch of schooling where they were getting essays, they were taught weaponry, they were taught all this stuff, right? And then they go to another joint and they didn't teach nothing. And it depends on who's teaching what kind of schooling you got, because there's different people that school people, different people that teach weaponry to the fullest extent. Make a diagram, your vital areas, you break down everything, right?
Yeah,
Your bonds, your format, don't get caught with anything. So all that schooling you get, and then you go to another joint and they don't got nothing. You're like, what the hell? What the
mm-hmm.
hell? And that's what it is today. We've seen all the schooling back then, and now we see the schooling today, and there's nothing. There's nothing. It's
Nothing.
just like, where's the schooling at?
Yeah, that's because like what I everything I've seen, man. The emphasis now, or the priority is the streets, generating money on the streets. That's where everything. That's where all the focus is at. I know Chris Carrasco. Do you know Chris Carrasco?
Yeah,
Adam Reeves.
yeah. Adam Revelis.
Yeah.
Adam Revelis. That's Timo Roy's brother.
Brother, right?
Yeah, that's Timo Turtle. Yeah, Turtle.
What did Themo get caught up for in that? Oh, he that was with
Eli.
Eli Rojas, huh?
Yeah, him and his brother Roy Revelis. Yeah, Roy Revelis. Roy Revelis wasn't. He didn't get hooked up. He was never hooked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got out. Yeah, I seen Roy at the pro officer. Pro officer, San Jose.
Push, strive for the betterment of our people and have the equality just like everyone else. I mean, that's what it means to me. But now it's every man for themselves. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Lodi 209. That's what it used to be about. That's what I signed up for when it was presented to me when I made a commitment back in 80, 89, 88. Um, that's what it was about, man. It wasn't about making money on the streets. That came later, man. And I was down for that too. What that was supposed to be for. that was just another smoke screen. It was so the going out as a hermano back in those days, the choice was optional whether we wanted to continue functioning on the streets or you wanted to go back out there, pick up a lunch pail, and do whatever you did before you went to prison. You had a choice. I chose to continue um, with my commitment to function on the streets because I was told that money that was being generated was for the less fortunate, for the brothers that didn't have TVs, that didn't have radios, that when after you've been down for 10, 15, 20 years, your lady falls off, your
Yep.
family dies off, your resources die off. So some of those homies, they ain't got no way to look out for themselves, man. That's where that money was supposed to be going, but there's no trickle down effect, man. It's a trickle up effect. That money it's generated, but a lot of times, man, it wasn't going where it was supposed to go, and that's
Exactly.
the reality of it, man. You guys
Cisco,
ever know David
Cis,
Luna?
David Luna. Yeah, that's exactly right. What he said was exactly right. We were push drive for the betterment, and that's what I said. It's just like uh, that's what my whole thinking was when I got out of prison was I was going to make money for the people that have, you know, got a life sentence or put down the yard for a cause, so we could get yard, so we could have a better understanding. Like we could go to canteen, we could go to laundry without any worries. It's just like before we would have to struggle just to go to laundry. It's just like because we would have to either hit somebody on our way over there or get hit by somebody on the way over there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like then people put it down like that, and a lot of people don't understand what we were fighting for. It wasn't over a
Yeah.
pair of shoes. We were fighting over our dignity.
Hey, here's another good one, man. Tell me this, man. What's your take on this, man? So, um, obviously after doing a lot of time, you meet a lot of homies over the years. You know what I mean? When I went through Quentin, a lot of times going through C-section and seeing a lot of the homies that were in bad standings, they were on the first tier. That's where they used to keep everybody that dropped out. Um, the special programmers over there, but and a lot of these guys, I used to function with them at one time or another, man. A lot of guys from Hayward, a lot of them from the city, from San Jose, from all over, man. And when I used to function with them, they used to carry themselves like stand up type of cats, man. They used to conduct themselves like professionals. Would talk like they were professionals, were sharp. But bro, it seems like a lot of dudes, man, when they fucking drop out, when they go that other, when they fall off, man, um, they just completely change, bro.
Yeah,
Start yelling off the fucking bars, man. Yelling up to the homies that are still active. Like, why are you mad, man? You put yourself in that situation. You dropped out.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Why are you hating on that man? These cats, a lot of them were kids, youngsters, but we'd be up there and we'd be busting down, or we do our routine, bro. Whatever we were doing, fishing, and these dudes would try to snatch lines, or would yell up to some of the homies, disrespecting them, or just doing some foul shit, bro. At nighttime, they're reading the bonds and the format on the tier and telling
oh hell
stories
no.
about how fucked up shit is. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I used to trip out on a lot of these dudes. Like, man, you're sour because you fell off. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
just it almost seemed like some of them dudes couldn't stand quietness, bro, because they had to deal with their demons, man. You know what I mean?
yeah.
They had to be on the bars talking shit all day, man. I used to trip on that, man. Like,
Straight cell soldiers.
yeah, some of these dudes, man, even their hygiene would change. You know what I mean? You see him come out to the cage wearing a t-shirt all fucked up, hair blown all out and shit. Like, damn, I
Oh
used
yeah,
to fuck with this dude. And this
yeah.
dude carry himself like a solid cat, but it
They're
almost seemed
still
like some of these dudes just waited to fall off, and then their true colors would come
they're,
out, man. It's
they're
a
still in
trip.
the bushes at 9 o'clock. Still
Yeah,
sleeping.
man. Yeah,
Yeah,
sleep all day.
sleep all day. Yeah, that's a trip, man. It's just like um, once you fall off, you don't have to let yourself go, bro. Because I mean, it's been instilled in you already.
Right.
Unless you just your animosity is so you know way out because you try to be something that you weren't. And it's just like that's not cool. Either
Right.
your heart's in it or your heart's not. My heart was in it, your heart was in it, and it's just like we we still hold that today. We still hold that pride today. We
Yeah.
still hold that, for the cause or whatever. I still get pumped up when I see something on, YouTube or something, war stories. I get pumped up, and it's
Yeah.
just like that. And
Straight up,
that's
bro.
I've been gone for a while, and it's just like, why do I still get pumped up? Why do I still have to portray something that I used to
Because
be.
it's still in you, bro. That's why.
Yeah, it's just like it's
You know
still
what I mean?
there. It's still
Yeah.
there. Like somebody would get off, like, oh man, I wish I was there. I'd get off. I'm
Yep.
55 years old. I ain't trying to get off on nobody. I ain't
Yeah,
trying to.
man.
I'm just thinking, oh, and just like, but I still have that heart where it's just like, man, if I was there, I'd get off in that situation. Man, I ain't trying to get off on no
Yeah,
situation.
like when I was in the county, bro, and you know, when I made my choices, when everything happened, bro, I didn't forget about the things that I learned, bro. I still continued to program the way I program. Mattress still rolled up. I wasn't trying to be active. It's not about that. It's just these things were instilled within me, man. Cell spotless. You know what I'm saying? I conducted myself a certain way. Never on the door, yelling on the door like a fucking J cat. Not disrespecting homeboys that are still active. But for some cats, lights out in the bushes, dirty. It's a trip. I used to just trip out on cats, man. You know what I mean?
Somebody said institutionalized. Yeah, of course. Of course, that's all we spent all
Yeah,
our years
that's
in
part of it.
was in prison. It's just like, how could we not be institutionalized? And that PTSD is for real. That ain't no joke. That ain't
Yeah,
no joke, because I still have dreams of being locked up.
that's
Almost
right, man.
90, 80% of my dreams are in the cell. And it's just like, they're not out here enjoying freedom. They're in the cell. They're just trapped in the cell. And people trip out. They say, well, get over it. Get over, being in the cell. You're free now. You've been free for almost 10 years, 9 years I've been free. They say, get over it. It's just like, no, 9 years next. See, I got out. Yeah, 9 years. 9 years this year. So it's coming up. But anyway, my brain is institutionalized, because it's just like, my dreams, my thoughts, everything is in there. And people don't understand, because you haven't been in there. You haven't dealt with the lifestyle. You haven't been in there, for decades. I have, so that PTSD is just there. I can't do nothing about it. I fight it, but I can't continue to say, okay, I'm stinking sane now, because I'm not. I know I'm still crazy. I know I'm still nuts. Because
Yeah.
I still believe in something that is far off. And it's just like, it's not the right way. Somebody said the other day, I read it. It's just like, what they say. Somebody asked me where I was from, and I said my daddy's nutsack, right? And I said it had to be the left one, because I don't act right. Yeah, because it's just like, but them kind of things is like, we don't act right, And in my relationships, I didn't act right. I couldn't listen to somebody that trying to boss me.
Yeah.
I just got done from doing all kinds of time, and you come out and you're expecting to get in a relationship. Yes, pussy's good, but at the same time, just like, you ain't gonna sit here and tell me, what to do. I'm not a kid. You're not gonna
Yeah.
sit here and tell me I can't go this place or go that place. I'm not. No, 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 no. I've been stuck behind the cell with people telling me what to do all my damn life, and just like, I think that's why I don't have a relationship today. It's just like,
Yeah.
I can't deal with people telling me what to do. It's just, I can't.
You done a lot of time, bro. And you done it straight. I've done time, but I've done blocks, 10 here, 8 here, 9 there. But you said you had PTSD. When you got out, when you first got out this last time, did was it hard for you to readjust coming back out here, dealing with regular normal people, doing just regular everyday shit, like going to a store, going into a restaurant, going down to the DMV, getting your license or your ID? Was it a hard transition for you?
Hell yeah, hell yeah. It's just like, you get out, you don't know what the hell to do. Because
Yep.
when I got out, I was one of the first lifers to get out. San Jose didn't even know what to deal with me. They just, the prof said there's a lifer that's coming out of prison, and that's it.
That's it.
This dude wasn't used to dealing with lifers. He didn't have no lifers on his caseload. I was one of the first lifers that came out to his home. So what I did was I just told him, man, I'm just trying to make it out here. That's it. I go, I'm not trying to do drugs. I just need some kind of help mentally to deal with this shit. And he's like, we don't offer nothing. You know, we give you $200 and tell you get
Good
be a
luck.
success story. Be a
Good
success
luck.
story. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm dealing with all these demons in my head. I said, I'll figure it out. Don't trip. I've been readjusting my brain. If I could readjust it to prison, I could readjust it to out here. So because when you're in there, you got to readjust your mind to every kind of situation you're in. If it's in the hole, you got to adjust your mind. Okay, my mind is getting up, putting security on mines, just seeing who's on the tier, blah, blah, blah. On the main line, say you go to main line, you have to readjust your mind for something different. Now on the streets, you have to readjust your mind to something different too. So when I got out, I remember my mom and her husband picked me up. And just on our way back, they had me a phone. So I get the phone and I'm just like, man, what the hell? I go, that I don't know how to use this shit. Never knew how to use it. So I was just like,
Yeah.
damn. And I looked at it, I was just like, I can't use this. Call for me. I was going to call my old lady, and they're like, they called, and I was just like, hello. It's just like, man, I didn't know what a cell phone was. So I get out, and I don't know how to use it. I was like, okay, just keep it there. I'll get used to it one day. And then we went to a restaurant to go eat something. And I remember I was Carl's Jr. And I sat down, and the waitress came behind me, and I was like, "The hell are you coming behind me for?" Right? And my mom's like, "Don't, what are you doing?" And I was just like, "Nobody comes behind me. Don't come behind me." I go, "Please don't come behind me." And she's like, "What the hell?" And she's tripping out, and I'm serious. I'm dead serious. I want to drop this lady, right? Because she's right behind me. I'm like, no, 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 no. This ain't happening, But at the same time, it's just like you got to adjust yourself. And when I went to go get my ID, I remember telling the lady, I go, you know what? I'm scared. She goes, why? And I go, because I just spent a couple of decades behind prison, behind them walls. She goes, straight? And I said, yeah. She goes, oh, wow. She goes, how'd you end up getting out? I told her I had a life since. She goes, how'd you get out? So I explained everything. I go, they say I'm rehabilitated. They say I'm not a threat to society, right? She goes, what do you think? I said, right now, lady, I said, I don't know, because it's just like all my mentality is in there. It's not out here. It's hard for me to come to get a damn ID. It's hard for me to get in the car. It's hard for me to adjust. And it is, bro. It is. I didn't want to come out of my room for a couple of days because it's
I
just
was
like
the same way, bro.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect. There'd be visitors at my mom's bed, and I'd be in the bedroom, like just posted up. They come in, hey, come out, man. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm cool. I'm just getting my stuff ready. Just like get my clothes ready and stuff like that. I didn't want to come out of that damn room.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know if I've ever had an anxiety attack, bro. But I think for me, man, if I ever did, it was what you're talking about right now. When I got out, bro, I've talked about this before, so some of this is probably repetitive to you guys, but like being in the shoe for a long time, bro, when you're back there and your mind is programmed because of you being in the shoe. Everything that you can't see, everything's based on sound in the shoe because you can't see nothing but a brick wall up in the bay, right? So, I know what door opens by how it squeaks or what's happening in the front by the sounds that I hear, right? So your awareness is peaking. And when I was back there in the shoe, I thought I was normal, bro, because I would interact with the homies and with the canines come back there and serving lunch and shit. But when I got out and I was around regular people, um, I felt like I was lost, bro. I wanted to stay in my room. They put me up in a fucking hotel, and I got me a case of soups, a jar of mayonnaise, some fucking Louisiana hot sauce, a loaf of bread, some peanut butter and jelly, bro, and I just stayed in the room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just kept walking up and down the block, bro. I go out, get some beer and shit. But that was what helped me. Alcohol kind of helped me decompress, bro. Get used to being back out there. But going into like a grocery store, I'd be standing in line, bro. and like I'd be looking around and I make eye contact with somebody and I would be thinking that they're mad dog. What the fuck you looking at, bro? You know what I'm saying? When I was uncomfortable, the only way I knew how to deal with it was by being aggressive. That was the only way I knew how to deal with it. So I would literally, bro, sometimes be in line and my palms would start sweating. I put everything down and just walk out the store, bro, because I couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In restaurants, I sit down like fucking like a animal, bro, and just
Yeah.
eat fast. I don't know why, bro. I have a
Hell
still have
yeah.
a habit of eating hella fast. Like they're still on their salad, man. I'm done, right? I'm done with everything,
I'm
bro.
still that way that today.
I'm sitting there looking around. I'm making eye contact. Same thing, bro. And, you know, at that time I was with my daughter's mom, and she's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, man? You know what I mean? You're fucking you're institutionalized, man. You know what I mean? The same thing. People come too close, but I remember when I first touched down too, man. I came out that terminal, bro, and I seen pigeons flying around, people walking. You know, Frisco's congested, cars, horns, different sounds, different things. Man, I was like, I was used to looking and watching and listening to everything, bro. That I had to. It was too much for me.
Yeah.
I had to go into an alley, get a 40 ounce, and was just like, man, I'm fucking tripping. I wanted to go back to my cell. I'm like, how can I get back to Pelican Bay, man? I want to get back to my cell, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro, to think like that. But straight up, man, no. That's probably when I was having an anxiety attack, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like I said, it's just like I didn't know what level 2 was. When I got found suitable for parole, they sent me over there. Now, I've never been to a level 2, you know, and it's just like they sent me over there. I was sitting out there calling the tower. They open up the damn door. The guy comes by me and goes, "There ain't no tower up there, fool."
Yeah.
He goes, "This is level 2. Just tell the officer on the floor. They'll open the door for you." I'm like, "What the hell?" And I couldn't get my brain adjusted to a level 2. And then to go out in 6 months, it's just like, whoa, wait, wait a minute. Let me get used to this shit. I don't know, how to get used to it. And they're putting me in a dorm with all kinds of a guy is just like there's like 300 people in an open dorm in the wing, and I just like, how do I get adjusted to this shit? I can't. People come around, they open up the gates, people can walk inside your pod and just go in there and just like, man, you're disrespecting my space, just like, but you have to get used to it because that's why they don't let lifers to a level 2 because of that mentality you have in the prison. It's so free that you don't know what the hell is going on, and your brain is so stuck in the level 4, level 3 where you're locked down all the time. And I was cool being locked down. It's because it's just like it's like a break. It's like a break from everything, and it's just I could relax. And it was strange because people used to sit there and cry about being a lockdown, right? Like 2 weeks, somebody got hit in the yard, so they were like, "Damn, we have to be locked down. I get a visit. I got this. I got that." Man, quit crying. Just relax, man. It's just like, damn, you can't do nothing about it. Just kick back, And that was my mentality. Is I'd rather be in the cell. I'd rather be in the cell than out running around, running amok. That quietness had a sense of calm around my brain, And then coming out to this mad world, today I live by myself, right? And I have things quiet. I have my TV off, everything quiet,
It always bothers me too. Still,
I'll sit there and read a book. or sit there on YouTube, or I'll sit there on TikTok or whatever and have everything quiet. And I'll have the thing low, the volume down low, because I think I have to hear something. I think I have to hear something outside the door, and it's way off. It's way off, bro. It's just, but we're institutionalized.
Yeah,
I've been locked up. I've been locked up almost 3 decades, and it's just like, damn, that's almost half my life, or more than half my life. It's just like
that's something else I wanted to ask you. But real quick, this guy, do you know? I forget who it was, man. But do you remember who hit Big Smiley?
For Salinas?
Yeah.
No.
Somebody went in the cell with them. It was another seat, man. He went in there and I know Big Smiley broke his arm, bro. It was like a fail like a motherfucker. You supposed to go in there and kill him, bro. But now I don't remember. Geez,
is he still locked up?
Huh?
Is he still locked up?
Big Smiley,
Yeah.
I believe so. But I was there when him and Pantera were bumping heads, bro. And
In the Bay?
neither one of them cats, the old dinosaurs, old stubborn dinosaurs,
Yeah.
didn't want to stop. But after they were both green lighted, we actually sent somebody in the cell with Big Smiley, and he was supposed to kill him, but Big Smiley ain't no big
No.
dude, but he ain't no little dude,
Yeah.
you know. But
It's just like
huh?
going over there and hitting crackers. Ain't gonna happen. He's
Oh
a big
yeah,
dude.
yeah,
Yeah, crackers for Fresno ain't gonna happen. Them old timers. I mean, they ain't gonna. It's just like somebody trying to come and hit us. Just like we ain't gonna sit there and take it. Just like
yes,
you could try.
exactly.
I'm grabbing nut sacks, everything, twisting them motherfuckers.
Everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
Mike Briscoe noise is the worst. And so I was gonna ask you, man. I've never been out to an SNY. How is it? How is it adjusting to that environment, bro?
it's
Being out
hard
there.
because you have your gangs, uh, your Northern Riders, your thinking two fibers, all them, and they don't look up they don't look up to me. They think they look up to me as a threat. They look at me as a threat because I put some of them in a hat, and it's just like they don't like people that were carnals. They don't like it. So it's just like so you have to fight against them. So you have to keep aware of them, but they have no discipline. They don't have that structure, right? There's some fools that have heart, and I always wondered how come you have heart over here and not over there. It's just like
Yeah,
it's weird for me. But you have your child molesters who get the blues. They get the blues over there. You have your gang members, and I first went to Corcoran D Yard. 3 block was nothing but Northern Riders, and they were all from Solomon, and they called that Shark Tank. And a lot of people knew me, knew of me, whatever, but I didn't have um, that respect coming to me. That I don't know. They looked at me as a threat, So it's just like,
because was it because you being a former NF member, or
yeah,
was it?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and it's just like any people that are NFs and or carnals that go over here, they don't like you. They don't like you because they're the ops, against everything we believe in. I don't know what they believe in because I didn't really ask. It's just like
yeah,
I knew they were against the North, but they were flying red. So I was just
right.
like, And the one thing I hated was when they used to say "Buster Free" or something like that. Oh, I
Mhm.
hated that because I was just like, "Come on, bro, serious? Why? Why? It's
Yeah,
just I gave up my life for this stuff, man. Why? Why? It's just like you're from up north. I mean, you used to be part of this, or you probably dropped out right there in reception." I said, "But
yeah,
why are you
yeah.
coming over here and putting work, or counting the people that were part of that?" I couldn't understand it. Never
Yeah,
understood it.
I got a taste of it in the Santa Clara County Jail when you know there was a lot of us there, bro. From my case, right? A, lo- a lot of a lot of other homies that were in my regiment or that were part of the other regiments. There was a lot of motherfuckers that fell off, bro. Right? So we were all kind of together in Siberia. But the other cats that were down there, that you could tell they viewed us as a threat.
Yeah,
We were deep as fuck, you know what I'm saying, and we were all hitters, bro. Um, Cats that were about that the Northern Rider stuff, or you know what I mean. I wasn't. It wasn't my thing, but they knew that we weren't with that shit, man. So they were leery to identify themselves, man. Trust me, bro. All the cats that came in, man. We were all hitters, bro. All of them.
yeah.
Uh, but
They should
even
call.
even Fast Eddie came through there.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, and he thought we were gonna do something to him. You know what I mean?
No.
But I told, hey, bro, we're not tripping on that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not into it, but we ain't nobody tripping on you like that, man. You know what I mean? But I got a small dose of it just in the jail, being around that just that group, that just a group of the same ones, I guess what I'm trying to say, that are out there on those S and Ys, bro.
And that's a trip because you say that. I was just thinking about my time in the mainline as when I was active, right? And my time in the mainline, you always knew what was going on. You always knew when there was going to be a hit coming down. You always knew when you had to fight. Like when I got shipped to Chino, I knew there was a threat. I was up on my toes. I already knew what was up. But on the SNY, you don't know. You don't know nothing because there's never a hit. They do hits, but you don't. You're out of the loop or you're just like lost. Like, what are you doing it for? Why are you hitting this person? Usually it's behind dope, because there's a lot of old timers that are dope fiends, whatever, and they want their dope. They just want to do their life. They have a life sentence, like you said. They don't give a fuck, no more, because their life sentence is, I have a life sentence, so what? I'm gonna do mine. Catch me if you can. I'm gonna do the dope till I get stinking dead. I'm dead, and that's the way the mentality is over there. And a lot of lifers are like that. I'm not gonna lie. It's just like they dib and dab. They stick and sell their TV. They'll sell anything just to come up. I'm dope. And it's just like, it's sad because being a lifer, you ain't got shit anyway. You're living out of box because it's just like every time you get transferred, you have to downsize. So it's just like, get rid of my shit. Get rid of my shit. And it's just like, man, it hurts. It hurts because that's all your personal property. That's all you have, right? Anyway, going back to the SNY, the cops, they treat you bad. The COs, they treat you bad. Because they say it's a piece of shit yard, right? And it is. I ain't gonna lie, it is. Because you have no respect, you have no morals, you don't have nothing. And it's just like going to one of these yards. There's a bunch of piece of shit out there. I'm gonna say it. And I didn't like it. There's solid dudes out there that I could today call my friends. They were lifers. They just wanted out of the game. They just wanted to try to go home, right? And like you said, it's just like, it's hard to go home, but you have to put in the classes, you have to put in the work, you have to rehabilitate yourself, right? And a lot of lifers wanted that, so they came to that side just to get away from everything. They were tired, right? And it's just like, if you're a lifer, either you spend it in the shoe or you go to SNY. They're plain and simple. Put it out there like that. It's just like, if you're a lifer and you got to keep on putting work everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, every main line you go to, you got to put in work. And most of your time is going to be in the shoe or the hole, because it's not going to be out in the main line, because it's just like, you're a lifer. They're not going to give you a pass. And with your mentality, you're going to kill people. Regardless, you're going to put more work in, but how many people you got to kill? When you get tired, you just get tired of sitting there in your own thoughts, in your own brain, reading a newspaper, reading a stinking newspaper all day long. And it's just like, it gets old after a while.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that.
High definition.
People don't understand that. And I wanted to say something like, all these dudes are saying, hey, Jerry, I remember this story. I remember this story. I remember this story. I remember this story. That's all my life was stories. When I got locked up, ain't nobody took care of me. Ain't nobody sent me money. Ain't nobody sent me a letter. All it was stories. All it was, I put in work here. I put in work here. I got my wheelchair stolen. I got this. I put in work with Kid Frost. Blah, blah, blah. A bunch of stories about me. But did I hear the stories? No, I was locked up. I had a life sentence. So it's just like, I didn't hear what they had to say about me. But I did all that to get a life sentence. I was a fool. But it doesn't, it's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. Hey, what's up, Josh?
What's up, Jerry? What's up, Box?
How come both of you guys are fuzzy? Both of you guys are fuzzy.
I'm fuzzy too. I came outside, so that's why the light is a little hit and miss.
You got that high definition Wi-Fi, I
Yeah,
guess,
bro.
man. I'm fuzzy
Yeah,
too.
I got that fiber
You
shit.
sit, yeah, you
I'm
sit
fuzzy.
nice too. Yeah,
Yeah,
yours is tore up, box. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
yours.
Yeah, you're blurry, homie.
Fuck that shit, homie. I
You
paid my
know,
bill, man.
right. I say, wait. Hey, yesterday I was uploading a video and that shit cut off on me. I was like, the same thing. I was like, I paid my bill. Why did it cut off? Well, we're having issues. Okay, fix your issues. That's what I paid for. Like, because now I'm having issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But hey, Jerry, you said something something powerful that kind of stuck out right now, right? About how your life, your life is stories, right? Everybody that's run across you or everybody that's read about you or heard about the indictment or whatever has a Jerry story,
Yeah.
right? Um, but then you compare that to what you were just saying about sitting around reading a paper and I remember reading shit in newspapers, and even in my head I was like, I don't even like what I'm reading, but I don't got nothing else, nothing else to do, right? And those are the stories that don't get told,
Yeah.
right? The stories that don't get told are, I was fucking sat in myself for 3 weeks on a lockdown for some shit that had nothing to do with me. I got no visits, I got no canteen, and you know what I mean? If somebody doesn't look out for me, I'm gonna be using fucking tooth powder to brush my teeth instead of buff my sink, right? Like, those aren't the stories when people think of, oh, the legend of Jerry or the legend of Box or the legend of this guy or the legend of that guy, right? But I would imagine, I not imagine it, there's a hell of a lot more days in your life where you're just sitting with that kind of just that slow death reality, right? Of,
Yeah.
of sitting in prison and not thinking you're coming home. And it's that is more of your life than, day for day. That's more of your life than the exciting days on the streets or putting in work or whatever. You know what I mean? But that's not what people hear, and maybe if more people could understand the, my life is not just a life of stories. You know what I mean? There's days in between those stories. There's months. There's years in between these events that when it all washes out, man, it ain't fucking worth it. You know?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, because year after year, I mean, you start getting visits, right? And everybody starts coming up. They're loving you, this and that. You have that, that bond of family, for instance. And your old lady's there, everything is like that. Pretty soon you see people dropping off after the first year, after the first 2 years, after 3 years, after 5 years, after 7 years. Then after 10 years, you're just like, damn. And then your visits from once every month become once every 6 months, and then once a year, and it's just like, don't even come up. It's foggy over here in Corcoran. Don't even come up. I don't want you even chancing it. Don't come up. It's 170 degrees out here. In Corcoran, don't come up. You know how bad Corcoran is. So it's just like, so you tell these people, man, don't come up, man. Don't. I'm cool. I'm cool off a visit. And all you're going out there is for what? To go to the vending machine and eat something,
right. Yep.
and you get caught up on the gossip, and then get your little vending machine on, whatever. And I remember going, and I seen on TikTok the other day where they said, "Do you recognize this?" And they had a bunch of dollar bills in a little clear
thing.
plastic, right? And I was just like, damn. I remember those days where it's just like, damn. It's just like, how much money we got? How much money we got left to go grub, go get an ice cream out the vending machine. And that's all you go out there for, is just to eat, get your grub on. Sure, it's good to hug your family, this and that, but it's just like you're going out there just to, spend time with them. If you don't have a girl with you, you're not. When I got my girl the last year of my time, I was out there trying to get away with everything. I was trying to touch her, feel her, hug her, kiss her. On down low, she's like, "Damn, your hands are all over me." I said, "You got that right." I ain't trying to hide with all that, but it's just like, if you don't have a visitor or anything like that, your time is just wasted time. I remember seeing a thing on Skip. you brought that up where I think it was a recording, and he was asking for a USA Today, right? Because the USA Today, you could read that sucker front back, and then go to the comedy section, this and that. So who's that? I can't see it. It's blurry as hell.
Homeboy from San Jose. Suspect pistol whooped grandmother before committing double homicide while kids. I can't see the rest. Homeboy sent it to me.
And he's gonna be one of them things.
Yeah,
he's gonna be one of them people that are gonna ask for USA Today. But the USA Today, that's when Skip said that, I was just like, damn, that's the most popular paper there is.
Yeah, I love that paper.
Yeah, because you can read the front, back, side. You can read all the stinking. I was reading the Dow Jones. You know, it's just like you read all that. You know, front, back, side to side. It's just like, damn, you go through that. The comedy section, the sports. You're reading golf. You're reading everything. Yeah. And
watching ESPN, all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm gonna watch this bowling match. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I would read half of it in the morning and then save half for the night. You know, to read the rest of it. Because we go through books like nothing.
Right.
You know, I go through a book like in 2-3 days. It's just like here's another book. Sidney Sheldon. You know, it's just like I would go through a book.
I ain't gonna touch that one. I'm not gonna touch it, man. But like I said, I like my life nice and quiet over here, and that's the way I like it, man. I don't have an opinion. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Life is crazy, boy. I like my boring ass Paradigm Media News.
I got something to say. It's just like we just have to get along, bro. It's just like I could care less of where somebody's been, somebody did, whatever. I could care less about that. But it's just like we need to help these kids out and help these kids out ain't for negativity. Helping these kids out ain't for the negative side of things. And it's just like I don't want to hear his side, nobody's side. I just want to focus on these kids, and it's just like it's not worth being. Hey, have you been here? You haven't been here. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. It's what are you doing for these kids? And it's just like, what are you doing this for? You know, and that's because I peep game out, everything like that. And it's just like somebody putting me on blast right now and saying, oh yeah, where have you been and this and that. Well, I don't care. I really don't care. It's just like I don't care where people in, what kind of school you have, anything like that. It doesn't. What matters to me is your heart today. What are you doing today? What are you giving back? What are you giving back for everybody? It doesn't all this. Building somebody up like, hey, I'm Mr. Super Chingon, this and that. I'm not. Don't put me as that. I'm not Mr. Killer. I'm not Mr. This. I'm not Mr. That. I'm Jared. I'm a person today that wishes I didn't have no part of anything. Wishes that I led a different life in one time. But I can't change that. I got the schooling I did today, and that's it. Bottom line. And it's just like, if I can help a kid out, I'll help a kid out. And that's what we have to do today. We all have to get together for the unity. Because if we don't, we're just like the other side. It's just like plain and simple.
Salvador, get his Sandman. Get his Sandman, and he'll take care of that, homie. There's his I put his email right there. Yeah, I'm with you, Jerry. I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Yeah, Josh, you don't have to explain to me. Flacco don't have to explain to me. That's just like I see both of you guys.
Hey, I'm just saying, I like it quiet over here.
Yeah.
What I'm saying? And I like to stay out of all the drama, and I'm gonna keep it like that, man. And that's why I do it like that.
And that's why I said if we can help kids, that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Being positive. And that's straight up what it's about. Just being positive. And like you put out that the Mexican Mafia story yesterday. That's a positive dude. He's a lawyer. He's sharp. I was listening to him and I was just like, this is a positive dude, man. I like the way he talks. I know a lot of people
got caught up.
Yeah, I know a lot of people he was talking about, like Topo, Benjamin Peters.
Yeah.
You know, I know a lot of people he was talking about. You know, I knew about that indictment because my Sally was Pachi from Gary Loma, and
Yeah, I know that name.
he had stuck the two people in the county jail got a double murder in a visiting room. They sent him on a mission, and he had he was going back and forth to testify on that trial, and
Yeah.
with a Weddle Shy, everything like that.
Right.
He was telling me I saw all the paperwork on everybody in there, you know, and it's just like so I remember that case when it first came out. I was just like, man, I remember that. When he brought it up, I go, man, I remember because there was a couple of dudes from what was his name? What's that dude's name that they won't let out?
Right back at you, Smiley. Which one?
Um, Boxer, Renee and Enriquez.
Oh,
Enriquez.
Yeah. He had caught his murder at that time.
Right. He was wrapped up in that. Yeah.
Yeah, he caught his murder in 93, 94, somewhere on there. Yeah, he had caught his murder at the same time because I remember I was already down, and then when I heard that he dropped out like about 4 or 5 years later, I heard about it and I was just like, you know, it was like 97, I think, 97, 98. But I remember because there was a guy named, he's in that book, or Renee's book, Bribiesca, Albert Bribiesca, right? Chungo. He's the one that slid the piece through the fence. Anyway, I was locked up with all them fools. Boo Boo from Santa Ana. It's just like all these fools, man. I remember when he's bringing up all these people, I'm just like, damn, it's a small ass world. I know all these dudes, man.
I know all them dudes too that got caught up in that indictment. Thupi, Topo.
Yeah, Topo. Just like I don't. Where's people right now?
Cool. I think, and I mean, I'm just kind of throwing this out there from the top of my head, but it is something that I thought about, you know, before, since I kind of touched base with him. It would be interesting. I had a feeling, just because of the timing of the indictments, you know, Jerry, I figured I was like, oh, you probably, you know, have some knowledge of some of these cats in Boxer. I know you got knowledge of all kinds of people. So I was like,
my Wi-Fi now.
Better.
It's better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I switched over to my other Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I can see the glare on your head.
Punk ass Verizon.
But I think let me see. Oh, hey, that's good, Damien. I appreciate that. Thanks for the heads up. But yeah, I think it would be cool to kind of get all you guys at some point in the future. You know what I mean? But kind of get all you guys to sit and talk. You're all relatively the same age, different life experiences in some ways, but also some similarities. One of the things that kind of fascinated me about him, besides being sort of like a legal nerd and that kind of stuff, is, and he hasn't got into it too much, but in our conversations, and he'll get into it, is he's like, bro, I wasn't trying to be a mafioso. I wasn't trying to be a gangster. I wasn't, but I am from the neighborhood. And so it wasn't a thing for him. Hey, thank you, Mom. Yeah, good. That's what the food's there for. That's why I made it. So you eat it. And so his thing is like, I was just, I was looking out for homeboys the way that we grow up to do. Right. So yes, I'm this lawyer and everything else, but I still have kind of these values of this is how we came up. And so there's certain shit I wasn't tripping on. There's certain questions I wasn't asking. And in part of my mind, did I know, and am I responsible? Of course. Right. But that's what I signed. But I think among other lessons, one of the things that sticks out to me is if you're flirting, right? If you keep flirting, Holmes, eventually something's gonna happen, right? And the idea of thinking, well, I can just play a little bit, I could just fool around a little bit, and it's not a big deal, you know what I mean? And I can kind of be in the mix, kind of not in the mix, and fucking next thing you know, you're indicted. You know what I mean? It's that web is strong, Holmes. That web is strong, and the web of the government is strong. You know what I mean? And so there's a lesson there to folks. And when I was in school, there was a dude he had hella funding, everything else. When he took his financial aid from the university, flipped it, and started running drugs across the country. You know what I mean? Well,
Yeah.
what happens? He gets caught, and he goes back, and you're like, damn, bro. And he's like, yeah, but they gave me 10 racks to go to school, and they gave it to me up front, and I got these scholarships and these awards. I said, but you're taking awards for academic excellence, and you're using it to elevate in a criminal context, and now you're sitting in prison with nothing, just like everybody else. You know, but
sit right along with them.
it's but I think because sometimes people, they want to still be cool. You know what I mean? They want to still, they still want to be one of the fellas, and that's where many years ago this idea of homie came from. Was there's more than one way to be a homeboy. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with having a different lane, right? And
that's I want to bring an example as far as the girls that got indicted with us. You know, they just thought it was cool to, you know, get on a 3-way phone call. You know, they thought it was cool just to, you know, patch to other homeboys and say, hey, you know who I'm in touch with. You know, they thought it was cool to put our names out there, but just them little things got them indicted.
Right.
You know, and it's just like, where are they sitting now? They're sitting in the county jail trying to figure out how they got indicted. Well, you dabbled and played. You dabbled and played with us. This is what happens when you dabble and play. You get locked up and you get indicted. You know, if we're indicted, you're going to get indicted because you're right there on the other end of the message, stupid. You know, just like, but they don't figure that out, and it's just like a lot of people don't figure it out. Well, I'm not gang affiliated. That's what they'll say. I'm not part of, you know, the NF or anything like that. Doesn't matter. You're sneaking past messages for us. Right. You know, and I was thinking yesterday when he was saying, or the day before when he was saying all this, and then he said about money, right? And they would come and give money or whatever. I was just like, bam, right there, you're indicted. Right there, you're accepting money from the Mexican mafia. You know, and it's just like, right there, I was just, man, you're a lawyer, you should know these things. But like you said, he grew up in the hood, you know, and I think that life kind of excited him a little bit, you know, because he was from, you know, you look at his picture, he's a cholo.
Oh yeah, off top.
Yeah. So it's just like, I looked at it and I was just like, man, this dude, you know, he got indicted because he was probably dibbling dabbling a little bit, you know. It's cool, you know. I know you're not Mexican mafia, you're an attorney, but at the same time, you can still get indicted no matter if you're an attorney or not. You're the Mexican mafia's attorney, you know, and that's what I tripped out on him. I was just like, damn, you know, it's a trip how you know, he's an attorney, he got his bar, everything like that, but he was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, right? You know, and I always think about that, the wrong place at the wrong time, because my life is filled with the wrong places at the wrong time. You know, it's just like I was thinking my trip to prison, right? I was supposed to be in YA. Right. Now just think if I would have did my time in YA. Right. I would have never got introduced to the structure. I would have never got introduced to the NF, nothing like that. I would have been in the YA. I would have been a YA baby. Right? I would have knew nothing about this. I knew what North and South was. It probably would have made things difficult because I probably would have went to prison later on down the road. But it just so happens that I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Day before I was supposed to go home. Wrong place at the wrong time. Right? It's just like everything that happened to me, I was thinking, got time. And I was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. It's just, and I can't sit over here and cry about it because it's just like, you know, my life is fucked up. You know, I go, man, you must have it out. I ended up in a wheelchair. I ended up with a life sentence. I said, man, what the hell? You know, just like, yeah. What else can I do? But it's a trip, man. That this attorney, he's very intelligent. You know, he's a smart dude, and I like what he says. You know, just like because he's probably seen a lot. Because them dudes will look out for you, like if it's us, right, and our attorney, right, and he's coming. Oh, we're gonna send him cards. We're gonna send him money. We're gonna send him regardless. You know, just to try to pull him, to our side, because you know damn well we ain't getting no phone calls. Right. So we're gonna try to use that attorney.
Well, plus when we were talking, I had related a little bit he he I'm sure you guys could relate to this too from a mob standpoint, probably, right? I'm curious. Um, it he talks about, hey man, all these dudes, had to check me out and did the homework, and okay, he's really from the neighborhood. This is really his family, and I was in YA with some of these guys, so it was easier to kind of check him out than you would a regular attorney. But you also want to check a little bit more because he's an attorney, cool, but he's also from the neighborhood. But
Yeah.
he's like, once they become convinced that I was just who I presented myself to be, they opened up a lot because here's a trusted person. Like, you understand me to some degree, but you're not in this mix. You know what I mean? I don't have to worry about you dirty politicking me. I don't have to worry about you flipping. You're fucking, you're the attorney. There's things I don't have to worry about. And then, you can you could build a relationship that's different than a relationship that's built just because you're both in clicked up together, or whatever. And that kind of makes sense to me. But yeah, I think it's funny, man. I sit back sometimes, and last night I watched the movie. My lady was like, come watch this movie with me. I think it was called Hardball. And so I did a lot of community work with young people for years and years before I came on YouTube. And I got away from it for different reasons. And then I watched this movie about working with young people, and I'm like, fuck, man, I missed that. I missed that. And we get older, and it gets harder to provide that direct service sometimes to young folks. We kind of get at them by proxy, by extension. You know what I mean? Like, okay, hopefully they run across the video, or hopefully whatever. But it's needed, man, and it's just time. All youngsters really need is just time. Somebody to spend time with them. The thing is, the homeboys in the neighborhood, they'll spend a lot of time with you. You know what I mean? And vice versa, because that's all you have.
Yeah.
Right? That's all you have. And so, which is not a bad thing, but it can lead to it lead to consequences. So it can lead to consequences.
You gotta be here, Benny. If it's boring, you can check out, homie.
He has a question earlier. Benny, he has a question about Barney.
Questions, man, but come on, man.
Yeah, it's just like he's asking a lot of questions,
bro.
He asked me about Barney. He asked me about Barney in the wheelchair. Barney Torres. Barney Torres was a dude in a wheelchair that he was a bro, and he's the one that taught me how to make my first knife. Actually, we were down in Med 1, I think, and this guy was a straight fool. His brother was a DEA agent, but
it's all good, homie.
Yeah, I left a stinking in my wheelchair. I had a bad wheelchair. It was all red. I left it in Vacaville when I paroled because he was out in the main line. I was in the hole, and I told him I was going to get out, right? So I said, "Hey, I'll give you my wheelchair, but do you have a wheelchair out in the streets?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Because I'm not going to parole in the state wheelchair which weighs a damn 100 pounds, right?" He goes, "Don't trip. I got a brand new one at the pad." So I said, "All right." So I went to his mom's pad, and I went to his mom's pad, but not thinking his brother busted me. His brother was a DEA agent, right? So I was just like, damn, I'm going to his Jefita's pad, and his brother's a DEA agent. What if I meet him, right? So I have my old lady go up to the door and ring it, and I was like, "Hey, I just asked her that Jerry's here and he wants his wheelchair," right? So she comes out and she goes, "Yeah, it's in the garage." So I get it, man. Zip guns were made out of the pole, everything like I was making. Man, it was just like he had a newspaper rolled up for the poste, everything like that, to hold it together. I'm like, damn, bearings were off. It's just like spokes were gone. I was just like, damn, you know what he uses for? But it's just
and that was his wheelchair he had on the streets, huh?
No, that was his wheelchair they took away in prison. Yeah.
Oh, that they took from him.
Yeah, because he's the one that taught me how to make weapons out of my wheelchair. He's the one that taught me all this shit. It's just like he was a bro before he got put in a wheelchair, and then he got shot. He was robbing the connection, and he got shot. He got shot right right in the stomach, and when he got shot, he fell over, and then he got paralyzed. He got paralyzed from his chest down. But anyway, when he got paralyzed from his chest down, he he still was bro. But he got his mentality was 10 times worse. Yeah.
Sure.
Are you still active? Like, I'm really gonna say if I'm active or not. Come on, man.
Right.
Come on, what
That
kind of
motherfucker West Side Connect, homie.
come on, man. If you're about something, why would you even say if you're active? Come on, bro. Seriously. What kind of schooling do you have? Damn. Are you guys still active? Yeah, I wouldn't say if I wasn't. What the hell?
Hey, you were talking earlier about paroling, right, and adjusting. Do you think it was easier? Because it sounds like you took a lot of the like self-help classes, and you had said you were taking everything you could while you were in there, right? Do you think that stuff really helped you in adjusting those classes that you took before you paroled?
Yeah, a lot,
Yeah.
but it's just like them classes. You don't think about them classes when you're in a situation. You don't think about till after, or you don't run through the 12 steps in your head before you're going to do something. You just do it, and then you're like, damn, what the hell am I doing? I got this under my belt, But that negativity overwhelms that positivity all the time, because I have a lot of negative thoughts, but the negative thoughts will come before the positive thoughts. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's just like, that 12 steps is out the door, just like it's out the door because I can't focus my mind on the 12 steps when, that's occurring. When I got paroled, it's just like that mentality was being still in there for life, because all my years, my 20s, my 30s, my early 40s were all alike, doing a life sentence. So that's all I thought of was a life sentence. So now you have to readjust in a couple of years going out to the streets. You can't. No way. I'd like to see somebody that would.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I could see how it wouldn't be some kind of complete transformation. I guess the reason I was wondering is it seems, and I don't know if things are changing now, but it seems that the SNY side had a lot more of programs in terms of behavior stuff and anger management stuff, all the self-help programs that they had, whereas I think on the quote unquote active side, I guess, right? I don't know if they have those programs, but also how easy would it be to really participate?
I think what it is you don't have time. You don't have time when you're on the active side, because we're always on lockdown. You're always on lockdown over there. There's no ifs and buts about it. You're always locked down. And there's no time for you to finish a vocational trade. There's no time for you to finish a school, or anything like that. When over on the SNY side, you got time, but it's just like sometimes you're locked down, sometimes you're not. On a level 4, you're always locked down. They don't even have a vocation over there. All they have is PIA, and they go to work automatically. So it's just like wherever you're at, it depends wherever you're at, but you just have to take advantage of whatever schooling you do have. Like if you're a lifer and you're still active, or still on the GB side, it's hard as hell to get out. It's hard. I'm gonna tell you straight up, it's hard. It's because you have to go in there and tell them everything that you're involved in. You got to go in there and tell them about your murder. You got to go in there and tell them if you ever want to come home. And that's the thing. Is just like that's why a lot of lifers go to the SNY side, because it's just like they want to go home. They're tired. After 30-something years, they're tired. I've seen guys 40, 45 years being down. I was trying to mention it to somebody the other day, and they brought it to my attention. His name was Randazzo, Silver. Somebody said Silver from the NF, and I think Boxer did Silver from the NF. But that dude was Silver Bobby Randazzo. He's down 45 consecutive, 48 consecutive or something like that, or 38 consecutive. I can't remember. But he's been down a while. I was in SATF level 4 with him. But it's just like that mentality of the SNY side is just like you want to go home. You're tired. You're tired. It's just like, and I can't stress this enough. And people are like, oh, you went to SNYSI, you're this, you're that. Okay, but I'm out. I want to be with my family. I like pussy. It's just like, I don't want to be sell, all my life and not get pussy. Just like, damn, I like pussy. Come on, man. It's like,
right.
do you want to be locked up with a bunch of men all your damn life? Come on, man. Seriously. You already put your work in for the cause, whatever. It's done. It's over with. I gave up my life for them. It's just like, and I've done my time for them. Now it's time for me. Time for me to get that self-help. Time for me to educate myself to being on the street. Time for me to get used to being out here. Because it's so easy to go back. It's easy. And I had to do 7 years on parole because I had a life sentence on parole.
Right.
And it's just like I had to do that 7 years, and it was. I think that was a test for me. Because first they would come every 2 weeks to test me. Then they would come every month. Then they started laxing like every other month. And then my last year, I think, I didn't even have to test. It's just like I just went and pro officer, hey, I'm here, and went to a lifer meeting. And that's it. And in fact, the lifer meetings, usually when I first started lifer meetings, there was like 4, then 5, then 10, then 15, then 20. And then we got a lifer. Last time I left the lifer meeting, it was Stockton. It was like 30 lifers.
Can you help? Can you explain what those lifer meetings are? I can picture something in my mind, but I don't know.
There's dudes in there that, there's counting all our times together, it's like 700 years. It's just like there's 30 people in there with the 25 and up, that done 25 and up. You hardly find anybody that's done lower than 25. And they come out and they're trying to adjust to society. We are trying to adjust to society. So we run it by each other on how it is to be out first, how it is to have our family and how it is to travel, because they started giving out travel passes to Hawaii and vacations, so we couldn't get a passport, but it's just like Hawaii and stuff like that. They gave us, okay, you go to Hawaii now. And just them little things, it's just like, man, I got freedom. Because plain and simple, look at all these lifers, right? They've never been anywhere as far as outside of California,
right?
So now they're living a life where I can be able to go places because I'm not trapped in the hood. I'm not trapped in the NF. I'm not trapped in all this bubble I've been in all my life. Now I can go outside and look at the free world, right? So now your whole mentality is different. You got to enjoy that freedom. You got to enjoy this tree. I took a tree for granted, because damn well there's no trees in prison, right? And it's just like I could see a tree from far off, and I was like, damn, I wish I was in that tree right now. It's just like them little things. It's just like, damn, I wish I was getting that shade right now, and that mental picture stuck with me. That tree, a dog. I can't even pet a damn dog. It's just like that. Them little things get to you. Boxer want to kill his damn dog. But them little things get to you as far as a tree going to 7-Eleven, for instance. Man, that's freedom, bro. That's freedom. You can't go to 7-Eleven while you're in there. You're waiting for a canteen. $240? $240 now? 200.
Yeah, they raised it. I don't know what it is now, but
damn.
Yeah,
$240. It used to be 140 on the map.
Yeah, it used to be 140.
270, I think.
Yeah, it used to be 140. They raised it to
or 35.
240 or something. C status is 35 or 45. Yeah, okay. C status was 35 or 45. Yeah, but
yeah, exactly, Benny. You learn to appreciate the little things, man. You place more value in life. I've talked about that before too, man. Some of us have never even been outside of California.
Exactly. Or some of us haven't even been down to LA because we thought, they were Sureños.
Can't go down. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't go down there. Don't go down to Disneyland.
There's a big world out there, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Since I've been out, Jerry, I never went to Cabo San Lucas. You know what I mean? Before when I was doing my thing, I never went to Hawaii. Oh, man, it's a big world out there. There's a lot of shit to get into out there. A lot of things to see. A lot of places to go, man.
Yeah, I went to Hawaii. What, about 5 years ago when I turned 50? I went to Hawaii, my 50th birthday, and it was cool as hell. I was just like,
hell
damn.
yeah.
I spent 8 days out there. I was just like, damn,
Well, that
this
ain't
is
even
cool as
enough.
hell. Yeah, this is cool as hell. Like, just like it's another paradise. It's just like, damn, you look at it like, damn, I want to move out here. Damn, it's
you know anybody from Happy Homes?
Who?
What's that?
You know anybody from Happy Homes?
Yeah, Loco Tomas, Flaco. Happy.
Loco Tomas.
Yeah, yeah, piece of crap.
Yeah,
I used to go. He's the one that we went to his pad when they started throwing rocks and stuff at my car, right? And I told you that little youngster shot 3 of them.
Yeah.
Well, we went to his pad to go get a quit there, and he wouldn't give us a quit there. I go, come with us, and he wouldn't come with. I gotta watch my sister's kids. You coward. And then I saw him in the law library, and he's talking crap to me. I grew up with him. He was talking crap to me. I was just like, shut up, man. Shut up. And I go, you know damn well I'm going to get off just as much as you are. And then when he got that girl, that 14-year-old girl in Santa Cruz, I was just like, are you serious? I'm like, you're through. Yep. You are through, idiot. Yeah, I knew Flaco, Happy, all them from Happy Homes. Because Happy Homes was right around the corner from where I grew up.
Mm. That's right. Nice. Most definitely.
Yeah, I remember taking youngsters, and it's a trip listening to you and from my own experience as well, but it obviously wasn't as long. But the similarities between all of this that we're talking about and youngsters, right? Youngsters right now, 13, 14, 15 years old in the neighborhood. I remember we took a bunch of kids to the snow. We did it a few times, but I had never been to the snow, so I was a little bit over 30, and we got a bunch of kids in EPA, and we got some passes to go take them up to Heavenly, right? Heavenly Ski Resort. And so we got 2 big suburban SUVs, right, of all black and brown kids from the hood. And none of us had seen the snow. I'm driving one of them, and we're all kind of tripping, and the whole demeanor changes, right? Because when you're walking around the neighborhood, your antennas are up, right? And especially for these youngsters that are caught up in the mix, right? They're just like the rest of us when we were young, right? Their antennas are up, their guard is up. You know what I mean? You gotta be macho, you gotta be alert, all that other shit. You get them out there in the fucking snow, you know what I mean? It's a different vulnerability.
Yeah, it's different.
Like, I don't know what's out here, right? So I don't really have anything to be on guard against, but it's a trip, man. I used to say, man, this shit kind of breaks open your rib cage, right? For all of them, and then open to having conversations, So the next thing you know, dudes that from the neighborhood were 3 blocks away from each other, and really didn't like each other. Now they're together in the snow, and they're reacting the same because we're all the same, right? And they're making fucking snowmen and throwing snowballs, and you know what I mean?
But you gotta relate to. Look back to when we were kids. Look back to all these other people that like they're all kids, and this guy saying spreading poison. Ain't nobody trying to spread poison. Like I said, if you would have watched my first live, it's just like I never want to become a stumbling block to anybody that's hooked up or anything like that, because to each his own. I don't want to be a stumbling block because I know the way
you probably don't even know your bonds, homie. Right. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're trying to have a grown folks conversation, man.
Yeah.
You don't even know what poison is, bro.
If this is poison, I hope a lot of youngsters get infected, man. Because but like you're saying though, just the experiences, it's a little scary. At least for me, it can be kind of scary. Choice is scary. Options are scary. But going out, like, we're only a couple hours from the snow. None of us have been there. I know youngsters in the city that ain't never been to the beach. is literally San Francisco, right? Yeah. And when I was young, I never went to the beach, right? It's I think the first beach I went to was Half Moon Bay for a little bonfire. And I was probably 17. You know what I mean?
I think the first beach I went to was Watsonville. Watsonville. You know, it's just like
that first beach I went to,
like right back.
San Francisco.
Yeah. San Francisco? Oh yeah, you live right there. You live right there on the beach.
But that's what I'm saying. You in the city and still never and you can go now and find dudes in the neighborhood, probably less because of how shit's changing, but back then you go in the neighborhood, find people 25, 30 years old, ain't never been to the beach. You know what I mean? Yeah. But they live in the city. You know what I'm saying? Because that's it's outside the neighborhood. It's outside of our little narrow imagination, right? It's irrelevant. And we miss out on so much, you know? Yeah. But I think it's powerful for youngsters when you can get older folks that are coming out of prison and having these experiences for the first time and link them up with youngsters that haven't been to prison yet and they're experiencing it for the first time. You know, there's room there to help mold and teach them.
But you look at these youngsters nowadays. Before it was different, bro. Bucks, you know Jerry Salazar.
This is Jerry Salazar. God damn it!
I heard about that guy one time. I heard about it. Didn't he get indicted or some shit?
I heard he's a treacherous dude, though.
Yeah, you know Jerry Salazar. What the hell?
It's the only cat that I've seen burn out in a wheelchair, man. Call them Hot Wheels.
You know Jerry Salazar. Anyway, a lot of youngsters back in our day would get out of YA or prison, right? And man, you looked up to these dudes, right? You looked up to, in fact, they looked up to us. You know, they looked up to us as far as when I used to get out, when I got out. You know, kids used to look up to me. You know, they used to look up to the negative things I did. And they were like, man, I want to be like homie and this and that. And then, like I said, I used to say, man, that's cool, bro. That's cool. You want to be like me. You know, wear that red paño. You know, that north end. You know, and that was my mentality back then. Today, my mentality is different. Don't follow me. Don't follow the steps I went. You know, it's just like, I explain my Miguel.
I extend mine, Jerry. You know who this is, bro. My bro in San Jose, as you know, I beat a 22 to life, but took 10 with 85% parole 2008. Never look back, homie. Those days are over, Canalito. At 59, playing those juegos.
Yeah. That's a homeboy, man.
That's right, Miguel.
This is one of the homeboys I keep in contact with. He's a good dude, man. Yeah. He's a good dude. But it's just like you know, all these dudes, you know, they've done time. They've done, you know, serious time. You know, they were nobody to play with back in the day. They still are nobody to play with. Don't push your hand. You know, it's just like don't think because I dropped everything that I'm still a punk. I'm not. I can still act a fool, but don't push them limits. I'm a killer, but don't push me.
Right, I was just thinking of the same line.
I can't push it. You know,
like check out this.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, these guys get on here and say, "Well, you're spreading poison." Yeah, I ain't trying to spread poison. I'm just trying to tell you what truth is. You know what truth is and what reality is. You know, reality is something different than what you guys think. You know, go spend sticking a couple of decades behind sticking in a cell. Go do it. If you guys want to do it, do it. You know, it's just like you're gonna regret it.
For you.
That's that funny talk, man. That's that slick talk. He don't know what he's talking. You know, that's just that cat that said that, man, spreading poison. That just goes to show that dude's got a serious lack of education. He gonna learn though.
Yeah,
right. You won't mind something. But
I was TikTok the other day and I saw this dude. He said, "Don't." What did he say? Don't book me for appointments if you're PC or something like that. I was just like, "Are you serious?"
You know Gusano?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking about Gusano, Carlos Mendoza.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Where is Gusano at?
He's I think I don't know where he's at. Just thinking New Mexico, somewhere on there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's doing good. Yeah, he's doing good.
He said, "How did being in a wheelchair affect you doing any pegadas in your day?" Shit, didn't stop nothing.
Didn't stop nothing.
You
Yeah,
just had
didn't
to,
stop nothing.
you just had to pop up, and do your thing.
Yep. Just like how to, I think how to
Exactly,
affect
Sean.
the people that didn't have the heart. It's just like to do it, but they wouldn't go out there and do it. I raised my hand. I raised my hand and said, I'll do it. Ain't nothing stopping me, wheelchair or not.
I remember one time I didn't used to.
But curse?
Yeah, I completely removed all profanity or out of my I didn't use none, and that was because at that time it was some of the C's that I was being educated by. That's just the way
Yeah. Yeah,
they
and
were.
I try to educate myself from not cursing.
Yeah, like corny.
I don't want
Corny,
that. Yeah, corny's a big
corny
thing.
don't cuss at
don't
all.
he don't cuss at all. So it's just like I try to take all them words out of my mouth. The cursing, I try to watch what I say.
I got a bad mouth now.
Yeah,
I was better at that when I came home. Since I've been home, I've picked up cussing like crazy. But same thing. I didn't cuss when I came out.
You know what?
Soon,
a big thing is for me was when my mom, because I never cussed in front of my mom, or my dad. I had respect, so I cussed in front of them.
Big osito.
So that's one thing that helps me out with cursing.
Yeah, I kind of like that drawing right there, boy. Where's that shit go?
All right, Sito.
Yeah, that's dope. That's a little
bridge in the back.
Yeah. Which one? Oh yeah, the Frisco one. It's alright.
It's alright.
I don't like the Niners.
Oh man!
all my family on Niners Steelers.
Who's you? Oh yeah, Steelers.
Yeah,
man, come on, bro. We ain't got no beef, homie.
Yeah, I got big old Steelers in the back of my head.
Man. The Steelers.
Yeah, Steelers. It's just like I grew up because my dad was a Raider fan. So my dad was a Raider fan, so he loved the Raiders.
Oh man!
He just wanted to do something different.
I was Raiders and Steelers were rivalries in the early '70s. So it's just like I went with the Steelers. It's just like I'm with the Steelers, black and gold all the way. So it's just like I know the whole team in the early '70s all the way through right now. I know every team.
Good chess game, homie.
I can name them all. People say they're Steelers fans. I'm like, okay, what was 1972? Their lineup? They don't even know. The roster. They don't even know. I could run circles.
I could play you a whole chess game right now without even looking on the board. I know that motherfucking board like the back of my hand. 1329, 1228, 722, horse 2 to 19. You think I'm bullshitting? No. I play whole game. Oh man, set them up, boy.
No.
Steelers though, just to piss off Pop. Yep. Hell yeah, just to piss off Pop.
27.
Hey, but did you still have to draw the check?
No, I can do it completely from memory. Yeah. No bullshit. And it's because like chess.
Yeah. Yeah. I tried that. Yeah.
Right.
That's
I flushed it before I came on.
Let's see.
No choppy on this side. Everything looks good.
And they're getting up out here. Let's try to sign back in, Jerry.
No, sign back in.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.